Hi, we're live.
Hello. Hi,
All of us
everybody,
are
and
looking
welcome
at the
back.
camera.
Apologies, we're a little bit late. We lost Luke in a hole. With
Where is
D&D
he?
Boyband.
Somebody get him out. He's stuck.
Has anyone got a good man trapped in a box?
Like a
voice?
tiny rope.
Like Rob Brydon can do that. Nope, only me. Cool.
Don't worry, he's
Right,
back.
play D&D Pretty Boys, because apparently it's not fantasy and as everybody's hot. This is an original D&D campaign set in the critical role world of Exandria, taking place 10 years after the events of CR1. Whilst this campaign may have started in Craghammer with the intention of going to Imon, here we are 2 years later. The party has not yet gone to Imon and is instead over in Wildmount, traveling through the barbed fields to destroy the Wonderwalkers. I'm Dungeon Master Jamie, and joining me tonight are the Spice Boys. First of all, let me introduce Clued as Rasha. Maybe. Eski as Zug, Sai as Aku, Luke as Asgore, Lauren as Roman, and finally, and last but not least, Aaron as Hayden. Now, I believe we do have one fairly major announcement.
Yeah, we do want to know what everyone's favorite and least favorite celebration is.
Yes.
Huh?
We will not stop
Oh,
until everyone in
Jesus.
chat writes their the most and least favorite celebrations. But also, we have a result of our Twitter poll, Aaron.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the Twitter poll of which emote shall be unlocked next concluded earlier today, and despite pulling out ahead and seeming to dominate the votes in the early game, Lauren's epic campaigning for Roman seemed to swing the tides of battle, and Roman will be our next emote that gets unlocked. Thank you, everyone who took part in the polls.
It's kind of disgusting, really, isn't it?
I'm sorry, Sai.
Level of corruption goes all the way to the top.
It's pretty underhanded.
You
You know how to do it to him.
you didn't kiss ass enough, I think. So.
Well, so you know that you were the real winner because you actually won before the rivalry came out.
That's true. That's true. So, but Aku's icon will come in time. We are pretty close to unlocking it, actually. I believe last time I checked, we were on 35 out of 50 sub points. So, if you guys would like to, 33 out of 50 sub points. Okay, sorry, I overestimated. But anyway, if you guys would like to help us unlock our final emote, which will allow all of the boy band members to have their own emotes, then please do consider subscribing. If you use Amazon Prime, you actually have a free Twitch Prime subscription, so you can actually hit subscribe, and in the options there'll be an option for Amazon Prime. You can basically click on that, fill in your details. I believe that's how it works, and you can get a free subscription to us, which means that Jeff Bezos has to pay us and you don't have to pay anything other than what you're already paying him for your Amazon Prime fast delivery. So
But that sounds like communism.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, thanks everyone for your
Wait,
support.
does
so
that mean
far.
I'm technically employed by Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day and it felt really icky. Yeah. Anyway, quickly moving on from that, we do actually have another announcement. I'm gonna announce it myself because I'm the one running the production side of things. It was my birthday yesterday.
Yay! As a reminder, we do. I think this might have got missed from a few sessions, so I'll let Lauren keep it for 2 more. But on your birthday month, so 4 sessions after your birthday, you are allowed a nat 20 at any point you so choose, for free.
What?
Reminder that this is a thing.
Could we have used that last session for Roman?
No,
No? Oh,
this session.
okay, cool. Well, anyway.
This session and the next 4 for you, 2 for Roman.
Do I get nat 20 every session for the next 4 weeks?
No,
or
you have one
one
to
for the
choose
month?
at some point. So if you were going to roll something and you think, nah, I want that to be a nat 20 instead, go for it.
Nat 20 on seducing the dragon. No, okay, so the reason I introduced announced my birthday is so you guys can all wish me happy birthday in the chat. But actually no, it's because Clued fucking blew me away with this artwork that she painted of Hayden for my birthday.
That thing.
Yes, months ago, she was like, "Oh, would you ever want a picture of Hayden? What would you like?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, this is my idea. I want him with Cheez-It. Just a happy little image hanging out with his little pet mouse." And she freaking went and did it, and it's gorgeous. And they even printed it out big and gave it to me at my birthday on the weekend, and I was shook. So yeah, I just wanted to show it off because it's amazing and beautiful and deserves some, you know, some attention and love. So thank you very much, Clued, for painting that for me. I really appreciate it.
Such a good job, Clued. It looks so
Happy
awesome.
birthday,
Awesome.
buddy.
Well done.
Yeah. Also, Lauren, thank you very much for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to our community. We are now on 38 out of 50 sub points, so we're really close, only 12 points away. So anyone who wants to sub, please do. Also, we are planning on creating a tier 3 sub emote soon, which is going to be Jamie doing a PogChamp face. So
I forgot about that.
Jamie, do you want to give us a preview of what your PogChamp face emote might look like?
No, I kind of want to practice this.
Cool. So
Will be on recorded forever. So
so yeah.
Yeah, we will screen cap it and just use it.
So yeah, we'll have some really good motivation for tier 3 subs at some point. And also, so we have 2, I think we have 2 emote slots for tier 2 subs, or maybe 1. So we're thinking of maybe possibly making a little ghost emote for tier 2 subs as well. So
We should make a Dan emote as well.
that's true.
Dun-dun-dun.
I think we will be out of space at that point, so we might have to do a battle to decide whether it's
For the Discord, and then people can join the Discord and enjoy.
That's
all of
true.
the
That's
emotes.
true. That's true. So yeah. Anyway, them's the announcements. By the way, Molly, thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime account. Make Jeff Bezos pay us.
Thanks, Jeff.
But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, passing back to you, Jamie.
hello. Awesome. So, as a reminder, last session, you guys continued your journey across the barb fields. You did start it off with some light torture of the 2 assassins who came for you, revealing a lot of information about one and the other, revealing themselves to be in some kind of relationship, resurrected them, and have now adopted them, offering to pay them 400,000 gold pieces to help you out. You came across some kind of magical hole that dragged you closer to it. Most of you managed to resist it, although there were some slight shenanigans. And as you've now settled, made your camp, kind of had a walk around, the very last thing to happen before the end of the previous session is you estimate you are now 4 or 3 days away from the Arbor Exemplar, and potentially 24 days left for Hayden? 24?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah,
wait, we
24.
calculated it the other day. It's less than that, I think. My
It's
boy's gonna
21?
die
I
soon.
feel like it's less than that now.
Yeah. Hold on.
21 days left for Hayden. Let's say that. And
I feel
you
like
guys
you're
have all
taking
gone to
days
bed.
away from me.
I definitely am.
No, it's when I wake up
Uh,
the session. I'll have 22 days left.
Okay, 22 days left. And the last thing that happened is that Rasha had rolled a wisdom saving throw and rolled quite low for Rasha, and had woken up next to who's currently in Rasha's tent.
Nobody.
Just Rasha. Broken up with purple eyes.
No, it's Aku.
Oh, is it Aku not with Hayden?
No, Hayden
No,
was left
Hayden's
outside.
Outside.
Ah, apologies. Okay. So, Aku, could you roll a perception check for me? Just to see if you noticed anything in the night. I think you just lost Rasha.
Oh, my camera's gone funny.
Whoa.
Oh, you're the DM now.
Around.
Uh-oh.
Me Zerg, me
Uh,
smash.
Sigh in trouble.
Don't mind me, just my computer crashing.
Quick, Sai, while you're DM, quickly change the tides of where the story is going.
So we all have like 500,000 gold now each, and
I told you it would come
Bias
good.
are like my friends, and Aku is really overpowered, and everybody loves the Spice Boys. Yeah, I'm the D&D. The D&D part.
You're the D&D
I am.
now.
I
You
am
are
the
the
D&D
I
now.
am the D&D.
That sounds like how Rasha would say it.
I am DM now.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm
who's
back.
that
Wait,
me?
wait.
Oh, I'm already Asker a little bit. Luke Base's character. Fuck you. Anyway, cool. So, what do Aku, perception check, please.
I rolled a 4.
4. You don't notice anything. Day passes. Roman, I presume, is on watch. Kind of, you see the time as your 4 hours ends, continuing to walk around the camp. It's very quiet out here. Incredibly quiet. nothing seems to come closer to the camp. I think we did perception rolls last time. And as you all wake up the next day, ready to continue your journey, if you guys get ready, go for breakfast. Would anybody want to do anything or achieve anything during the night, or anything I've missed?
If the sun is starting to rise, then that's Roman starting to lose his ability to be able to see properly. So he probably sees Hayden asleep outside, and he probably gently puts his hand on his shoulder and wakes him up. Good morning, Hayden.
Jamie, if I had a magical intoxication yesterday, would I have a magical hangover now?
Yes. Actually, yeah, sorry. You don't only wake up with that, you also wake up with a point of exhaustion because you had a magically induced hangover of drugs and alcohol.
Damn,
I was
boy.
partying hard.
Yeah. One token, you were gone.
Interesting how this has been the most realistic mechanic we've faced thus far in the game.
So after being shaken awake by Roman, I'm like, ugh, and I've got this fur blanket over me, and I'm like, no, and I just pull it up higher over my face and try to cover my eyes.
Does Hayden seem physically bad from looking at him?
So a lot of the normal physical things that would come with the hangover obviously aren't there. But there is probably with passing out from drugs. Hey, probably just a bit pale, a bit drained, eyes are bloodshot.
Oh goodness. Do you feel okay? It appears you've managed to contract some sort of illness.
I feel like
tea?
death.
I'll make you some tea. Hayden, sorry, Roman goes to make Hayden some tea.
Thank you, Dad. Goes back to sleep.
Oh.
No, I won't unpack that right now.
Gosh.
Shit.
So yeah, when everyone wakes up, Roman's just making tea for everyone.
He said dad, not daddy, okay, guys?
Well,
Keep it chill.
Yep, sure.
Father.
I mean, there's what he said, and then there's what he said.
Well.
So, as you all kind of rouse, sit around the campfire, yeah, Hayden looks a little rough. The rest of you, though, looking fine. Kind of get ready
Thank
to
you,
go.
DM.
Get ready to kind of go on your next part. If someone wanted to roll a survival roll for the next part of the journey.
I vote not me because I'm gonna activate the new Roman emote while you guys are doing that.
Can I roll it with advantage because I am old and I've been in the Bob Fields before?
Yes.
Yes.
I will let you do that every now and then, not every day.
Because I am old.
Okay, glad I went for a cheeky request. That's a 15.
15. Okay. Your travel is interrupted again. You remember previously, those of you who have made this journey before, about at this point, there was an unnerving, eerie crying across the wind, and you hoped that whatever magical phenomena this was has kind of moved on or gone past, but either Roman has led you through it, or it is simply manifested in this part of the Barb Fields. Whatever magical calamity happened here has left its scars. And could you all make a wisdom saving throw as you walk through this area? Rasha doesn't need to.
I don't think that'd be necessary.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Do we get bonus from Aku?
You would all need to be within 5 feet of Aku, and those of you on Aku's Moorbounder currently would get it. Other people wouldn't.
Oh.
I think it's
just
me and
Rasha and Roman maybe is on that.
And Rasha
list?
doesn't. And Rasha doesn't need to.
well, I
roll
rolled anyway, and it was an 18 plus all the stuff. That was 30.
it. Okay.
I just
rolled
want to say a
a
quick
15.
forward, people. I've taken Resilient and Wisdom, and it's been one of the best things I've ever done in this game. I thought Psionic Soul, you Aberrant Mind, you've got to have the
I rolled an 8,
16?
Jamie.
8. 16, 8, Hayden?
15.
Somehow I'm wise.
15. Okay. And Aku?
18.
18. Cool. I'm gonna roll for the other guys. But basically, if you get below a 14, that is a point of exhaustion.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Okay, I've got a point of exhaustion.
The two drow following you around, those of you with keen eyes, see that they are not particularly enjoying themselves either.
Oh.
Good.
Did they have
Uh,
breakfast with us, DM?
No, they are keeping basically unless you go to them, they are keeping their distance. They fucking hate you.
I miss the husbands.
Constant and Canerdon are far enough away, walking kind of on the moorbounders. Moorbounders, I'll roll for all four of them.
Jamie, is
Yes.
Rasha acting any different this morning?
Make a perception check.
I mean,
Or
I don't
insight
know.
check,
I don't know
sorry.
if Hayden would have noticed because he's kind of a bit self-absorbed with his hangover right now. But maybe someone else might have noticed.
Yeah,
If-
Rasha, are you acting any differently this morning?
Rasha's pretty happy, moisturized in his lane. He's probably doing some tweaks onto Zug's armor as he has been.
What's everyone's passive insight?
We got 14 over here.
14?
Not very high.
12.
12.
But my passive int is 20.
Askell, could you make an insight check for me? It's probably high enough.
Yes, I think I can. That's 15.
Rasha just looks a bit stiff. Like, I don't know if you'd be particularly self-absorbed not to notice. Looks like probably
Who?
didn't sleep well.
Sorry?
Rasha just looks a bit stiff. I don't think that like you'd notice anything other than probably didn't sleep well.
Does Clue? Would I say Clasher? Would I say Rasha always looks well slept?
Always well slept. He's always well turned out. He's pretty meticulous with his appearance. He's pretty neat on his bun. His armor's always polished. He probably always looks pretty stiff though. He's pretty awkward, you know.
There's a
He's
level
not one
of
to look relaxed ever.
there's a level of finish to Rasha's appearance that isn't there. There isn't the same level of care you'd normally expect. It's the small things, and Askell, as a man of finery, would appreciate the small things.
But is there? Are we on the same Moorbounder?
No, Rasha and you are the two who tamed them, so you're on separate ones. You have Thaddeus. Rasha has Gebcat.
Of course. The remaining OGs. In that case, I don't know if there's much cause for Askell to really engage with that fact, other than just be like, I guess we've been on the road for a while.
Okay.
Unless DM, you think it would, or Rasha, you think it would be enough of a cause for someone like Askell to be like, are you okay?
Has Askell ever asked anybody if somebody's okay in this campaign?
Sort of, almost once.
Then no, we continue. The day as you walk through this deserted field, the heat barbing down, the screams on the wind, getting to Hayden, given the journey. No, sorry, getting to Roman. Could somebody roll for the afternoon as you guys make your way continuously through?
Oh well.
Sorry, what was the question?
20. Aku rolling a survival check for the afternoon. As you guys make your way out through past the winds kind of swirling, they've been died down and it's turned into... There are no lovely days in the barbed fields, but the sun is not as overbearing as it has been. Aku seems to be moving you through kind of the ruins and all the more shadowed areas. You're making good progress. However, you do come across, again, for the third time in your journey, one of these large runed pillars, kind of various magical enchantments scattered across it, with a large chain with the symboling runes like leading off somewhere else. If anyone, again, would like to remark or do anything with the pillar, they can, or you can simply move on. It's up to you guys.
Oh, before we do that, DM, in terms of the beasts of burden, the Moorbounders, have we noticed anything different in their behavior since the
They just
Wayland?
look quite tired. Honestly, they all failed. Your Moorbounders probably have moved slower, despite the good rolls from Aku and the pathfinding.
Did Gebcat get a +4 on that one?
Gebcat didn't. I'll decide which one. I'll roll again for Gebcat to be separate.
Come on, Gebcat.
Gebcat. No, Gebcat does. Gebcat looks fine. Aku's presence make Gebcat look great.
What
So Thaddeus is kind of flagging.
Yeah, this Thaddeus is like formed seemingly with the sun, like sweating a bit more. Like he's impressive and he's big, but that comes with consequences.
I think as we... Sorry, yeah, Erin, do you want to go ahead and ask what you're going to ask?
Oh no, go ahead, Luke.
I think what I'd probably say is, at that point, Askell, proud of his pridely beast, would probably, as they reach sort of shade and see something complicated ahead of them, like this, this tower with a chain. It was like a sort of obelisk, was it, Jamie?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like it's jutted out at an angle with a chain wrapped around it that's like embedded in and kind of hints and cinched, and it's and kind of the chain like grows off into the distance. But yeah, a large stone pillar with these runes and a metal chain.
And we're in a shaded area of like a bit of a valley or
Yeah,
something.
Aku's
Hill.
taking you through this area, and it kind of the chain like goes through the ground underneath almost.
So seeing that, I think Askell's gonna just be like, "All right, let's stop here. There's something wrong with my fine steed. If I'm honest, he doesn't seem so fine anymore."
Thaddeus is like lolling tongue out, like kind of like looking up at you, looking at Gebcat, kind of looking a bit pathetic, this massive form. And as you kind of like go to stop, rather than like stopping and like suddenly he kind of like plots down on his stomach.
Askell, I guess, just about manages to hold on and goes, "All right, everybody off," and sort of climbs off and waves to Aku on the other Morband and says, "Aku, you're a veterinarian, aren't you?"
I don't know if you remember, but the last time I interacted with this cat, I tried to stab one, so I feel like maybe I wouldn't be the person that Askell would immediately go to looking after the
I
cats.
don't know. I think Askell still, like, having ridden many a horse, has never really had to deal with anything but the riding of them, and has always had someone at hand. And he's probably just going to turn to you and be like, "You're covered in a bit of moss. I guess you should."
Aku
with
walks
nature.
over to Askell and looks up at him on the Moorbounder.
Well, Askell's now off,
Oh, okay.
and he's almost stood back, as almost as in like kind of relinquishing responsibility a bit. He's taken his riding gloves off, let's say.
So Rasha's walked over and walks over to Askell. So Gebcat is better than Thaddeus.
Why isn't Clue doing Rasha's voice?
I'm not allowed.
What?
Excuse me?
I'm not.
Excuse fucking me.
Whoa, metagaming, guys. I try not to think about these
Yeah.
things, right?
Come
I've
on,
just got
guys.
it out in my head. I
Let's
didn't
pack
even
it up.
notice, guys.
Let's pack it up.
I'm so like engrossed in the plotline, even no idea that happened. Yes, well, and maybe it's something he ate.
I could make him armor. That might help.
I don't know if it's something dietary. I'm not really sure armor is going to help. But perhaps it's a disease? Oh gosh, what if it's a disease?
Had you noticed any symptoms before he clapped?
Well, he was flagging horribly, lopping one side to the right and a lot of deep breathing. And I thought he was in heat.
Well, I certainly
In the heat? What does that mean?
Well, that's a good point, Rashad. I don't even know if this is a boy or a girl.
Does it matter? It's hot out.
Of course it matters. This is a stallion. This is a prided stud, as far as I'm concerned.
Or a
A
mare.
stud is a piece of metal.
Aku glares at Askell and then just puts his hand over Rasha's ears and just turns him away.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
It's contagious.
Oh no.
Excuse me?
Thought we ascertained that Rasha didn't have a disease.
He doesn't have a skin disease, but he's got a
25.
Got a brain
Okay.
disease.
Cool. Sorry. You succeed, but sorry. Why is this? Why am I unable to find a dice roller online? What is?
Oh, I know why. It's because the music has stopped.
Yeah, that's why. Very important.
Yeah, the music is yeah.
I got it.
Okay, you're probably all going to be able to see this, but that's fine. Yep, cool. You take 22 points of psychic damage. As you touch Rasha, there is like a crackle of electricity that goes straight up your arm into your brain, and like you weren't expecting it, but somehow you managed to resist and brace it. But you just hear intense screaming, and you go to clutch your head, and like you just completely confused, disorientated for like a single second until you brace through it, and you just look up, and Rasha is just like reacting like nothing has happened.
14d6, man.
So like you will see like
Yeah.
Aku go to touch Rasha's head, and Aku just like it's almost like thrown backwards slightly by the pain of that, and like you can see eyes kind of addling and moving.
Aku is just sitting
What's
on the floor
wrong?
in shock, staring at Rasha.
What did
Are
you
you-
do, Rasha?
Are you okay, Aku? Why did you fall over?
Are you in heat? It is very hot out.
I hate you, Jamie.
How fucking dare you? Aku is just like staring up at Rasha, and he just sort of like chokes out like, "What, Rasha?" He's like, can't even find the words.
What is wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? What have you done to him?
I've done nothing.
Yes,
Was
we
it
listened to you.
Gab?
He did nothing. Listen, whatever's going on here with the Moorbounders and you know, Hayden's illness, perhaps
I'm
we
not
are.
ill. I'm fine. Just
Hmm.
it's fine. Just
Yes,
stop talking so loudly, please. Just lower.
We have been spending an awful lot of time in this place, and certainly strange things happen. Wild magic is afoot everywhere. We should not dally in one place too long, certainly not during the day either. Is your Moorbounder able to walk? And perhaps we can make the rest of the afternoon on foot. Give them some rest.
Well, he's proven he can walk. He's carried us this far, but I don't want to kill him. We need him.
Does the Moorbounder look like it can walk without carrying people?
It looks super. It looks like it can walk. Yeah, it just looks super tired. Like, I mean, Roman, I guess you most of all would know how draining the journey up to this point's been with the screaming.
We should dismount and lead them on foot for a while to give them some rest. And it seems like, Aku, you perhaps might benefit from some fresh air on foot. And Hayden too. Get the blood pumping.
Can
Fix your brain a little.
can I sit on one of them? Like,
No.
Aku, can
Of
you
course you
can
can,
you
Hayden.
summon your deer moose antelope thing that you had last time?
Aku's just like staring at Rasha. He like doesn't hear you.
Cool. That's fine. Hayden looks very awkward.
No, I,
Askel kind of looks at this as sort of weirdness happening between all of us, like all the creatures looking ill, and he's looking around just sort of confused and trying to read the situation. He sort of steps, kind of, not too vigorously, but stomps over to Roman and goes, "I think we're ill.
you know, I
What's
could
happened
just
to
camp
us?"
here. You know, Safe.
No, I don't recommend stopping short on any day. We are on a time limit with Hayden's very life at stake here. Even if it is short, we should move some. I'm sorry that you are all feeling the adverse effects of traveling this terrain, but waiting it out is not the answer.
Well,
Things.
The wand is bad, but not in that much of a rush.
As Rasha is like talking to Roman, Aku is going to telepathically communicate and ask Rasha, "What's wrong with you?"
There is you try to connect. You touch what you think is Rasha's mind, and there is a void. You just feel yourself falling into darkness.
Okay.
Oh god.
You're not damaged or anything, and you can pull yourself back, but if you just allow yourself, you'll just continually fall and fall and fall, and your consciousness doesn't find anything to latch onto or hold.
Roman
I think
looks...
we've got the shits, Roman.
Have you...
Well, it's horrible.
have you passed anything unsavory?
Asco steps towards you a little more just to speak quietly with you. No, I'm fine, but the Moorbounder, I mean, look at Rasha. Rasha never looks like this. Now, Aku's on the floor.
Like I said, I feel like it is completely normal that this terrain would bring people's spirits down, but stopping and dwelling on it is never the answer. We should get up and move on if we can.
Okay, fine, but you've got to have some kind of medicine. You're a man of magic.
Yes, but not a learned healer in any way. I suppose Rasha might have something. If you were feeling a little peaky as well, you could perhaps ask him.
Like I said, I'm fine.
Oh, I could try to heal Thaddeus if you wanted.
Yes, I think that sounds... Aku, you've not got anything you can do here?
Aku is like frowning, still staring at Rasha.
Okay. Rasha walks over, places a hand on Thaddeus. Luke, could you roll a d20 for me?
Are you stealing one of my Greater Restoration diamonds, DM?
No.
A wisdom saving
No.
throw.
Wisdom saving throw from Ascor. Sorry, Ascor.
Oh, I thought I was...
A wisdom saving throw?
What?
For Thaddeus.
Oh, not for me, for the Moorbounder, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Call a
in
doctor,
fact, I have
but not for me.
some wisdom saving throw. I believe it has a +1, has 13 wisdom. No, this can't be the correct stat block.
You're going to make me kill a cat, Jamie.
Oh, Jamie. You're so bad. Jamie, we can and will cancel you.
Back in the hole, Jamie. Put him back in the hole.
Back in the hole. Size
bring
the
the hole
DM
out.
now.
1 second, guys.
The last roll was low.
Just for a bit of flavor while we're figuring out rolls, Hayden has taken the hood from his jacket and he's flicked it up so it's over his head and covering his eyes, and he's kind of standing there cross-armed, kind of looking down,
Yeah, they have a +1.
hating life.
So, yeah. Very hungover. I got a +1. What did you roll?
Let me see what happens. I'll add the +1 in, roll, and it comes out as a 4. Quattro.
Okay. As Rasha touches Thaddeus, Thaddeus' eyes just go dark and start bleeding, and you see him convulse and just drop dead on the floor.
Fuck!
Roman at this point was kneeling down to check on Aku and help him up, but he just immediately stands up and takes a step back. And by the looks of
Roman hears,
what is happening right now?
Roman hears in his head as Askell whips around. There's something not right here.
As soon as the cat drops dead, Aku unsheathes his spear, points at Rasha and goes, "What have you done to Rasha?"
So
What is
Rasha
going
turns
on?
round and has a very un-Rasha-like smile on his face, curling slightly up at the edges.
At the drawing of blades, Ascor is like he's running backwards, like with hands like this, like a coward, just like.
And it's like, unnervingly, for those of you who have any passive insight, those of you who spent a lot of time with ghosts, which is all of you, there's a level of ghostness to this smile that is deeply unnerving in the moment, and there's a silent stare.
What is happening?
I assume that then all of us recognize that. If
I'm
we
gonna say
spend time
yes.
Okay. What have you done to him?
Just gonna keep smiling, looking at you. Gonna like take his hand up and like point to the one that's missing. The finger that's missing.
Guys, what the hell's going on?
Not good things.
Roman takes a step forward towards Rasha and puts his hand out and he says, Elenia, if you are in there anywhere, it is not too late to turn back.
Like switch, like eyes, like rotate slightly, body not moving to you. Where's the fun in that?
I assure you, there is plenty of fun to be had, not gambling with the lives of your friends.
Raising the stakes only makes it more fun. Come on then.
You know we can't.
I know. I'll step aside. You could try to bring it back. The beast, like, kicks Thaddeus.
You monster.
You're muted, Asgore.
You hear from a slight distance, Thaddeus!
By my reckoning, 30 seconds? 29?
Can
28.
I cast Detect Magic, please?
Yep.
What is the magic that I'm seeing? if any?
You are seeing enchantment surrounding Rasha, and particularly there's like an ethereal finger that has kind of been like cut like here, that filling it with like a ring on it. Entirely not real. You couldn't see it before you cast Detect Magic, and it's like that's where the magic is originating from.
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna want us to get into combat for what's happening, but I have two things that I would like to do. Or three
I'll say
things.
no for now. So it,
Okay.
Like
For now.
Rasha's just counting, but in very much like the stutter's gone, the voice is anything. It's like all pretentious fit. 28,
Okay.
27.
I will cast summon Echo behind Rasha, and then I will swap to it and try and cast Dispel Magic on the ring.
On that thing, okay. Go for it. Dispel magic. You'll need to roll for it if you're casting it at 3rd level.
Cast it, it's 4th level. It doesn't matter, does it?
5th level is the
You
spell.
automatically. It's
So
the
you'll need
spell's
to
5th
roll.
level, so I might as well roll it for
Yeah.
3rd level. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Why is this not letting me spells? Like, oh, it's because I've clicked on 4th level. That's why. Haha, idiot. Okay. So, how do I roll this? Is it like plus my spell attack? D20
Yeah.
plus my spell attack? Okay.
Oh,
And
Aki,
it's
you
just
still...
your flat modifier.
it's just no,
not
it's
even spell
D20.
attack,
Yeah, sorry. So it's D20 plus your intelligence, so
In-
plus 6, I think.
Okay.
Aku, by the way, you probably like at this moment check.
Oh,
like, how
I want
far
to
it
use
is.
my natural 20. My birthday natural 20.
Okay, you like Alenia is just counting in Rasha's body 26, 25, and you tell, but he doesn't barely notices, and you grab the hand, kind of pulling it off, and the magic flares, and you see that right around your point, there's a flash of energy, as blue energy is whatever it is just separates, and the rest of you now see this finger appear made of purple energy, and it just flats and a ring drops alongside, hits the ground and disintegrates as well, and you see it kind of spread up Rasha's body. You see the enchantment effect kind of go, and Rasha, you are Rasha again. As you see, it's you have no idea what's happened. You suddenly are standing there. You are holding hands with Roman. Thaddeus is dead behind you. Asher, Aku's sat, they're out. They're all facing you. What is going on?
I remember going to bed and
You remember going to bed. You remember nothing after that.
This is a really strange dream. It is kind of rare that I dream, but normally there are not dead cats.
Aku just stands up and fucking yells into the sky. I will gut you when I find you.
Rasha, are you
It's
okay?
so really, it's so really stream.
I think not being far away enough to not really know what's going on, but being within range of 60 feet, I think Askor's going to cast Mind Spike. On,
What does Mind Spike do?
Not Mind Spike,
Psychic
sorry,
damage.
Mind Sliver. Mind Sliver. On Rashaval. Mind Spike is first
Okay.
level. This is Mind Sliver.
So
which you
chaotic,
can't
Luke.
hit.
What am I rolling?
So it is, what level are we? It is, you're rolling intelligence saving throw. It's DC 7.
Are you obviously casting a spell, or is this a secret wizard?
No, he's casting it quite obviously, yeah.
Oh shit! Would I counter spell it?
What saving throw? Sorry.
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
I'm gonna counter spell it.
If you want.
Yeah. Is that third level?
Can't spell is third level. This is a cantrip, yeah.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Okay, cool.
Hello,
I'll cast counter spell. And shout, wait a second.
What?
What?
When?
Rasha, this
You and I am
isn't a dream.
sort of confused. Everyone says that in dreams. They are always like, Rasha, this is a dream, but it is a dream.
And
It's not though.
9.
Wait,
Oh.
how is this
That's
still
actually
counting? Where's
dead.
the counting coming from?
No, as in I'm counting so you guys know. If you want to rest Thaddeus, you have about 10 seconds. Any of you.
I'm not thinking about Thaddeus.
Oh my god.
What
That's
did you
fine.
do to my Moorbounder?
Wait, why is the cat dead?
The cat's dead.
The cat is dead. Rasha, you need to do something.
Undead the cat. No, not undead.
Undead the cat.
No, don't make undead.
Wait,
I mean,
right now is
Oh my god.
I guess he'll approach the cat. Does he intrinsically know if it's in revivify range?
No, you wouldn't.
He kind of looks back at the party, still clearly quite confused, for a confirmation or some kind of nod, or like a, wait, really?
Is he still breathing?
No, he's very dead. Oh, fine. I'll cast Revivify on Thaddeus. -1. Is it a creature or a?
Yeah,
creature, yeah. It's checked.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Thaddeus, on 1 HP, kind of you see his tongue loll out and barely as the diamond shatters on him, as you see view him, it's whatever happened, his eyes kind of roll back, but all the veins are popped. They're two little black slits of irises among just complete jet red, and you see him kind of shake his head and just looks like a combination of terrified, exhausted, and awful.
What happened to the cat?
You were possessed.
Oh, was what?
What is the last thing that you remember?
Well, I made a prayer circle to Geb and I asked him for a very nice sleep for me and everybody in the camp. And then I went to bed.
So since last
And
night.
Aku
and-
elbowed me.
Nobody else saw Rasha go anywhere last night after he'd gone to bed, did they? Nobody spoke to him?
I slept straight through the night.
I was on watch and I didn't see anything, but
Wait, so possessed by what? What I have killed this big cat?
The cat like rolls over, like panting and exhausted, like on its back, just fully like legs spread out.
It's probably at this
Oh,
point
he's
Askell
gonna
comes
cast
closer.
cure wounds on the cat.
Okay, the cat's breathing's a lot less haggard. Like as your energy kind of pulls through it, you see the light pulse across, and it's calm, but it looks like that was an ordeal for Thaddeus this day.
As you're doing this, like Askell's yelling, "Get your goddamn!" You hear from this slight distance as he's sort of jogging over. "Get your goddamn hands off my moorbounder!"
He gets 8 HP and Rasha withdraws and says, "Oh, fine now. I was healing the cat. How did I do that?"
As soon as Rasha stops casting Cure Wounds, Aku is gonna stomp over and kind of like tentatively like touch his shoulder and then his back, and in Rasha's mind you hear, Are you okay? Can you hear me? How are you feeling?
Looks at Naku, blinks back, says, "Oh, quite well actually. I think better than you all feel. I'm really confused, Aku. What has happened?"
I think Ghost, possessed you, as Brimman said.
You just did it? I don't remember anything.
Well, you just killed the Moorbounder, and I couldn't reach you. And for everyone else, Aku is just staring at Val, not saying anything.
So
They're
at
both
this point,
just staring at each other.
the two drow kind of catch up. One of them looking particularly haggard. Raise Dead is an awful spell, and he still looks dead. Like they walk into the say that they kind of go, "What is going on? Why have you stopped?"
wild magic.
Are we camping here?
That one needed
Or
a
like-
cat nap. And points to the moorbounder.
Yes, the winds took a toll on us all. They both look quite exhausted.
How long's left of the day?
It's getting like it's probably like 5, 6. It's early to be stopping, but not like midday.
I suppose after this, there's not much that I can argue for us to press on.
Question to Aku.
Sorry.
In terms of when you so out here, have you been casting create food and water?
I imagine we have some provisions, but like I guess as soon as we sort of dry out, he would probably be casting food and water.
Yeah.
DM, would you say we still have some provisions left?
Yeah, absolutely. Your guys are of a level where I'm just kind of just assuming you have about 10 days. Aku normally bolsters that out, but you guys would have done 4 or 5 days worth of rations so far. You also have the saucepan, which extends it as well. Rasha, could you roll a D200 for me?
Oh yes,
Oh,
I've just
God.
used magic.
Do I have to as well?
Did you just say 8D200?
No, a D200.
All right.
So this is a 193.
Jesus, that sounds high.
That does sound high.
You are overcome with the incontrollable urge to feverishly scratch yourself for 6 seconds. And Rasha in particular,
Combination
like,
of wild
fighting
magic.
through armor is like this one.
He just looks very panicked for a moment, I suppose. The combination of ghost has reached through time and space and taken over his mind for a day.
You feel dirty for a second. Roman.
And Roman, you once again hear in your mind, it's a disease. We've all got it. Look for Shah.
Roman, your number.
66.
6.
Eh.
Okay. Seemingly no effect.
Oh god.
Seemingly.
Seemingly.
So to clarify, I mean, it's not going to matter. If you die within the next minute, you immediately come back to life as if affected by the reincarnate spell.
Oh shit.
If anyone wanted to kill Roman, now's your best chance.
Whoa,
I
synaptic
know.
static level, let's go.
I am so itchy. Guys, how
He
long
looks
have
very alarmed at Rasha suddenly now just scratching his body.
how long have I been like this though?
Aku starts talking aloud. I don't think we're aware of you having some kind of skin problem. Rasha, what's wrong?
Oh, and abruptly it stops. Oh, actually, that is much better. But no, I mean the possession. How long was I? I mean, I don't have a skin disease. You are right. I don't. I know that. I do not. But how long was Ghost in me for?
Well, I think only you can answer that, Rasha.
No, but I can't. That is why I am asking.
Since you guys got married? Maybe?
Have you ever been lost any time since you separated? Have you had any moments that you can't remember, or you woken up somewhere strange, had any strange dreams?
I have not. It has been quite peaceful. It is just the occasional pain. But Aku, you had that dream where Ghost and I were holding hands, right? Something like that.
Yes. I imagine it has something to do with your bond you created before everything happened.
I guess I will just have to ask Geb to protect me better. But really, Ghost possessed me to kill a cat. That is...
That doesn't sound quite ghost though.
I suppose it is quite petty. That was a joke, pets. The cat is a pet. It was petty of him.
I just started laughing.
Roman looks
That was a
at
good joke.
Asko in the wake of Rasha joking about his dead pet, like a little concerned. Like,
Asko's not even that deeply moved by it. He sort of, but then sort of goes, well, what was wrong with my moorbounder? I understand you were afflicted, but what happened to him? He was not looking particularly well before we even stopped.
it is highly likely, like I said before, that the terrain is just taking its toll. Our new friends seem to be sharing this. I myself must admit, not feeling so good right now.
Well, firstly, I feel fine. And these moorbounders, aren't they from here? Surely they're supposed to be adapted to this sort of climate.
There isn't really a way to become adapted to bursts of wild magic of a totally random nature. It is why, he gestures all around them, there is not much to this place. It is difficult to survive here.
And Ascor kind of just sort of stares at Roman for a second, taking that in. And then just turns to the sort of the two drow assassins and goes, Can either of you cook?
Who does he say that to?
The two drow assassins.
I do not understand the purpose of your question. I'm not about to be your chef.
That's not what I mean. I'm just saying. Zug's been cooking the last 2 days. And frankly, it's...
Not for us. We've been separate.
I understand, but I'm just saying we have the resources. It just makes sense if somebody can use these properly. Don't get me wrong, Zug. You're great at seasoning, but I don't know if it's been cooked all the way through.
Oh, it's good for the immune system.
You've been doing that on purpose?
That's how my mother used to make it.
See, look, you've got to help us.
I'd rather keep them separate with whatever is happening here, happening over there. We'll save you if you need it.
And then Ascor looks over to Roman. Roman, you hear in your head, what if we raise it to 500,000 gold? Then they can cook the whole way.
Roman starts to say out loud, and then in your head, you want to pay them 100,000 gold to cook for us for 3 days. I thought you were a businessman. You're muted, Luke! Just see you going off on one.
Ascor just goes, how much should I pay them?
What exactly is the problem with the food?
I'm losing teeth here. And I'm willing to risk their poisons.
Fine. We will cook a single meal for you as a gesture of good faith this evening.
Well, that would be a really nice bonding moment. It would be nice to get to know each other if you are going to fight the evils of the world together.
You're going to pay us to fight, and we're going to do it. There's no need for friendship here.
But it is quite nice if you are friends.
Actually, it makes it rather difficult.
What's that meant to
Not
mean?
good. Why?
If we liked you, we might make the wrong choice.
If you dislike us, you might make the wrong choice as well. Isn't neutral maybe better? Like, sort of in the middle. Because you definitely hate us now, right? Because we did sort of kill one of you. Both of you, actually.
One of us.
Oh, yes.
But we brought you back.
It's true, we saved both of you. And then he says that, he turns to Aku and goes, telepathically, Aku, can you detect poison?
No, Ascor. No, I can't. I am immune to it. I could test.
Oh, that's perfect. And then he turns back and goes, look, it's just one meal. What harm could it do?
Aku, we can...
Ascor totally not realizing that because Aku's immune to it, like nothing would happen anyway, so he could easily just eat poison and then
worst case test ever.
Ascor seems convinced. I like it.
Why do you suddenly want them to cook for us? Why can't we just do what we've always done and just cooked?
Because down in the Underdark, I got tired of eating the ground that looked like flesh. And now I want to eat something that reminds me I'm alive.
What is wrong with the steak mushrooms? They are quite delicious.
Also, you know where these chaps came from, don't you? What exactly is it you think that they're going to cook for you?
Subterranean pufferfish.
I really like that one. I wasn't allowed it very much, but it is sort of dangerous.
Ascor looks deeply disheartened, just like,
With lizard eggs and noodles.
I like
Why noodles, DM?
Why noodles?
Why not?
Do they have noodles in the Underdark?
because they're foreign and weird, aren't they, DM?
No,
Noodles,
on
not
this
like
big
that.
episode about drow food.
Well, you know, Americans call pasta noodles, so
Yeah, they
it
do,
could be
yeah.
pasta.
Ugh.
Mm. You know, lizard eggs,
Well, Americans are wrong.
noodles, you know, it's about the same.
Yeah.
At the Rowan's just been sort of listening in to everyone kind of argue about what they will and won't eat, but the second these guys talk about subterranean pufferfish and lizard eggs, he just kind of goes,
What about a man flesh? We ate that in the Underdark.
Ooh, is that back on the menu?
"What?"
I hope you're not serious.
No, I'm not. I'm just joking.
No, it is because there was a joke when Zag was eating things, and we said it was person, but it was not person. Never mind. I will tell you over dinner. That seems a better time.
Perhaps maybe after dinner.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So as you begin to wind down and camp up, Thaddeus is looking awful. Like Gebcat goes over and gives him like a little nuzzle, and they seem to be they have bonded after this time, and gently kind of reassure Thaddeus. They do cook kind of pasta, noodles. They kind of throw in some lichen mollusks as well as lizard eggs and subterranean pufferfish. It
All of the
smells
above.
okay. You feel like they actually aren't great chefs and have just brought expensive things that they found in Rashana, and this is what they're doing. Neither of them seem particularly interested in cooking or chatting to you. Unless anybody talks to them, you probably hear them whispering amongst themselves as they kind of both kind of just throw things into the pot randomly.
Roman will go over to them with a pot of tea and offer them some tea, because he's old.
Yes, and do you have any of those butter candies?
Ooh, actually, yes, I do. He reaches into his inside pocket and pulls out like a tiny little like fabric bag that's like tied with like a really cute little ribbon and kind of like, hey, would you like both like one?
Yes, thank you.
And gives
My
them one
favorite
each.
growing up.
Yes, mine too. Because they're old as well.
Old
Yeah.
man pickles.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yes, they never got any worse. As if anything, I feel as I've grown older, I've come to enjoy them even more.
No, I'm glad they kept going. They just don't quite make them like they used to.
No, that much is true. I do agree, and the younger generation don't seem to have quite the same appreciation for this kind of masterful candy.
Not anymore. I'm glad that our two civilizations haven't divulged too much.
Yeah, we come together through our shared love of hard buttered sweets.
Is this how we befriend the murder husbands?
What is Roman if not a single murder husband?
That's true.
Um,
Single and looking to mingle. While this,
yeah, sorry, go on, Hayden.
while this really wholesome interaction is happening, Hayden goes to Ascor and his eyes are kind of bugging out at all these like weird ingredients that are going into the food, and he's like, Ascor, you realize that you can be poisoned without them actually putting poison in it, right? Like, they can...
You sound like a physician. I'm not drinking too much.
No,
You speak for yourself.
no, I mean, like, they can use ingredients that perhaps your digestive system can't handle.
Like dairy.
Yeah.
Ascol just goes, wow.
Okay, well, if you insist. Hayden kind of gives up on trying to warn him. for all the food.
Over dinner, Rasha will probably be quite quiet, and eventually say, "Guys, I am really sorry that I have maybe caused danger today. I feel really bad about this. Maybe after we have eaten, would you let me, I don't try... Zach, I will finish your armor as an apology, but I don't know, Roman, yesterday we were talking about your gloves are maybe I could do some work on them and try, make them look a little better, or I don't know, Hayden, maybe I can put some bows or something on your bag of holding, or something like that.
Oh, I mean,
Little pretty things.
Rasha, you're beating yourself up. Like, it's not your fault, Like,
but I feel bad. But I really do, and he turns to Roman, I really do want to learn how to make these ugly items look nice. So maybe I could start, just...
If this will make you happy. And he starts, unwrapping the bandages from over the ugly braces, and then slips them off and hands them to Rasha.
If anyone else would like me to do any, I don't know, visual...
Yes, well, the heels of my boots could use rehealing.
Okay.
That's something you can do.
I can reheal your shoes, yeah, absolutely.
As soon as Ascor says that, Aku whacks him round the head.
I will do it, though. I guess they are looking a bit chipped, a bit, slanted.
No, Rasha, you are not performing menial tasks for Ascor. You owe us nothing. This is not within your control.
Oh. Thank
What are you talking about? Look at all of your boots. My boots, too. We've been going so far in this... Look at the ground. It's not even sand. It's like silt or something. Come on.
It will not take me very long. I appreciate it, Aku. I just, maybe it is because I am just nervous, I suppose. I need to fill my time with something like this, maybe actually these tasks will help to pass the, the imminent threat of, losing my mind to a madman from the far.
I don't think he's from the far realm. It's
Oh.
Yes, Sug is correct. I don't know if it makes it any better, but he is just channeling the energy of the far realm.
Right. Well, I guess I sort of see them as one and the same in my mind now. They're just, one big, powerful, super scary, strong entity. The strongest thing, ever.
When Rasha says that, Roman has a particular moment where he just looks extremely sad and a little bit defeated, and he just kind of looks down and he says, "Yes, it is a shame that none of you got to know him before all of this. He was a person once."
I'm sure he was really great. Probably still is really great. I will fix your ugly gloves. He's just gonna take them and hop off to his little corner of the camp where he works on stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, he'll just work on that, maybe finish up Zug's armor. If Ascor does present the shoes at any point, he will happily do a
Consider
bit of
them presented.
Okay. And he'll give Aku an appeasing look and a quiet, let me do this, as he works on
Okay.
the rest of the evening.
Did you go through that? The rest of you, those of you brave enough to try the food, it's not great. It's a lot of fairly bland, odd textures and seasoning, and food thrown together. Neither of
But
these
DM,
chefs.
is it different?
It is different. It's different
That's
than
enough.
the stuff that you guys are used to, either dried meats or everything, or what is created via Create Food and Water, which I know is mainly used to bulk stuff out rather than as actual flavoring. But it is food. As you guys set up camp kind of underneath the shade of this obelisk and the chain and the various kind of ruins around it, are you setting people on watch as the two, as Aener and Carnarvon kind of retreat back to their camp? Anybody want to say anything to them, or anybody who's going on watch for the first night?
Sorry, what were their names?
Did I say it wrong? It's Aener.
No, I think
And-
that's the first time we've heard their names.
No, we know
No,
their
we
name.
knew what they were last week.
I didn't pay attention last week. I'm sorry.
Krantz?
Yeah,
did I, technically.
Kronst and Aener Carnarvon.
Why don't you write them in the notes channel that no one has used?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Campaign.
The last
notes.
time, oh, it was used last week.
Yeah, I made it last week.
Cool. And like those of you who be on watch will see Rasha working quite late on the various stuff that he's been given before, like sneaking into his tent. However, who's on first watch, if anybody?
Roman will request to take a second, or like to be able to rest first tonight.
Aku will take the last watch.
I
Whatever
don't
that
think I
is.
can do a watch tonight, guys.
So that leaves Zug and
I
Askell.
can. Whichever one's left.
Ascor has never volunteered himself for a watch, and he has not volunteered himself this time.
I could do one, I guess, after done my whatsits.
Okay, so Rasha and Zug. Yes, Hayden.
Roman, can I sleep in your tent?
You may have my tent. I actually have no use for it, so
Oh.
I
Okay.
prefer to sleep where I can see the stars. It feels less crushing that way, and I can see the stars, then they cannot get any closer.
Right.
So go ahead.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. And he goes and helps himself to Roman's tent. And goes to sleep.
Okay, so Roman's on second watch. So first of all, it's Rasha and Zug. Perception checks from both of you.
Or
Uh...
natural 1, DM.
Oh my god, me
No.
too!
No.
No, we can't double. I'm using a lucky dice.
That double.
There's-
No.
There's
You
no
can't-
way
you can't use
you-
indomitable.
No.
Huh?
Not a single
No,
brain
I'd have
cell.
to use lucky. I'd have to use lucky.
Literally
as
not
much
a
as I-
single brain cell
as
in the
much
church
as
of
my,
Gehenna.
How
my
is that
RP,
possible?
as much as my RP wants to let this happen, because I don't know, I just feel like it's meant to be, but at the same time, like, probably shouldn't.
But there is a
Right?
nuke far off in the distance. Neither of you notice.
Mushroom
Oh my
cloud.
god. Oh no, not the mushrooms, not the mushrooms!
What's your second roll? What? No.
Okay. I don't know whether I want to or not. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Let me know.
Yeah, I guess I probably should.
Okay.
Where's my feature? Here it is. Can't find them. Oh, here they are. So it's another one. I'm sorry if I roll another nat one. This is ridiculous. I got a nat 20 this time, as you do.
And that's 20. Okay, you notice that Brash is very intense on his work. And, like, you are aware that he's not super aware of his surroundings. So, you greet yourself, you regard him, and you know what's up. You kind of take a survey of the land, have a look around. This is an odd area in the sense that you notice the chain kind of goes in, and all the ruins. You've never been much of an architect, but you know what a city should look like. These buildings have been like twisted and turned in odd ways. It almost looks like they've continuously been under the effect of kind of an earthquake. You notice the entire ground has almost been like shifted and turned multiple times, as if something has burrowed or traveled through here, and nothing seems particularly settled or natural. Looking out, that's what you notice about the surrounding area, although you guys seem to be pretty walled off from everything. Looking around at everything else, kind of as you look out, you see the very tip tops of the tree off far in the distance. As you guys know, you're about 3 days away. I will say with a natural 20 as well, as your watch is about to come to an end, at this point, Rash has got up and started wandering around. You notice, as he's about a quarter of the way up, Rasha has started climbing the obelisk. And there is a figure on top of the obelisk.
What did he say? I assume he didn't say anything before he left.
No, like your guys are camped underneath it or like around it, and Rasha just started climbing the tower. But there's somebody standing on top of the obelisk you don't recognize.
Rasha, can you not?
I can't.
Rash is out of control.
Pretty much.
Bruh.
I will say earlier in the watch, you probably did turn to Zug and give him the armor and like present it to him and all
Yeah.
Okay,
that.
well, what can I ask
When
what
he
the
has-
stats are on the armor before I?
It's plate. It's plate plus
just plate.
1.
+1 plate. Okay, cool. I'll sort that out before combat next time. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, let's go over and. Rasha, where are you going and what are you doing? Like, how far away is he? Like how? I think we're both supposed to be on watch, no?
Yeah, so you are. So like Rasha just like turns around. Well, I think I'm going to get a better view from the top.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll come with you then.
Okay. Rasha doesn't seem to stop, and you both start climbing the obelisk. Aku, can you make a perception check for me?
Yes, I can, DM. I can try and make a perception.
Has it been 4 hours? Are we close to
Yeah,
waking up soon?
This will be your point to get on the watch.
And that's a long rest for me,
That's
baby.
an 18. I think that's my
18.
highest perception roll in this entire campaign.
Yeah, like you kind of stir awake, and the thing that stirs you awake is that little like nagging sense of how far somebody is from you.
Okay.
About 160 feet. Aku.
Yeah, he's gonna exit his tent and go look.
Okay, working this out. So you guys are all over here. Zug is going to be over by the bottom of this. Zug's going to be over here. You guys can get on the battle map.
Battle map.
A battle map,
Like,
DM?
is that really necessary?
I recognize that
I think that
stupid icon.
I think that we're just having a nice chill time
Oh, I'm not logged in.
talking peacefully without any need for combat.
Okay, so where's purple?
It's not a battle map, it's an exploration map.
What's that guy
BRB
doing
cancelling
here?
Jamie.
Jamie made me use my natural 20, and I thought that I'd cured Rasha, but now you've betrayed me, so
Now you must die.
I'll never trust you again.
No
Okay, I'm
birthday
sorry.
for you.
Oh, what did he dispel then?
Nothing.
Nothing of value, apparently.
DM. Oh.
So, coming up, you all, I will say, as you appear out, you see a figure at the top of the obelisk, which those of you with keener eyes notice goes kind of pull Rasha up to the top, so they're both standing on it. I'll say at this point, Zug is about 25 foot off, and you all kind of like, I would say, Roman and Aku, you like bleary eyed walk out. Aku much more alert, kind of aware what's happening. Roman, you trying to figure out what's happened, given that no one has come to rouse you or get it. Aku, you are like, you know exactly 160 feet to the north.
Is it dark?
Yeah, so you have better eyesight.
Right, yeah. Okay. So I can see the obelisk.
Yeah. I'm a figure on top,
But not
pulling
who it
Rasha
is.
up.
Can I see who it is from this distance? Surely not.
Probably not, no.
You know, I could have sat and meditated for another 4 hours quite easily.
I think that's to you, Aku.
Aku is like very briskly walking towards Ghost, and as he is, like, everyone in their mind, whether they're asleep or not, is gonna hear a very rude wake up saying, "Get up. ghost is here.
Shit.
Hayden jolts awake.
You hear rustling in Askor's tent.
We'll follow Aku. How is it possible he's here? You said that he was at the tree, correct?
Honestly, Roman, I couldn't tell you what's possible for Ghost and what isn't. All I know is that he's here.
Well, shit.
Okay. As you walk over, rousing the others slightly behind, I will say Roman and Aku get there first. Zug, you're probably getting to the top of this. And as you kind of reach over, you see Rasha just standing there, fairly transfixed, and Ghost is playing around with where the chain is inserted into the obelisk.
But like, how far away from Ghost am I at this point?
I'd say at this point you are about 15 feet as you kind of put your hand on and pull yourself up.
15. Far. So that's like 2 6-foot people. I'm not good with feet. I mean, that's easily within just like chatting distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of turn. You guys don't know. He kind of turns around.
He just kind of
he turns around and just gives you a little wave.
He just Spider-Man points. You. You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, hi. Do you mind? I'm busy.
Just kind of standing there pointing at him like, what? It's like, what? What do you mean you're busy? Wait, I'm not. Wait. Wait, why? Why are you here? I'm gonna have to tell the others.
We'll go for it then. Shoot! Don't distract me.
He goes. He turns around. He yells as loud as I don't know how far yell travels. Oh, Ghost is up here. Like, I'm not gonna wake anyone in my house up.
You all hear that from the top, calling from the top of the obelisk. As you slowly begin to walk closer.
Wait, Zug is up there as well?
Has it been boring since I've been gone? He is boring, isn't he?
Who's he?
Patronizing bastard of a brother.
Huh? Well, he hasn't tried to kill me, so you know that's a plus.
I'm sure he hasn't tried to kill you. He's a bit more subtle than I am.
I'm very sure. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm still like fiddling away with the chain, like.
Look, stop that! He starts kind of walking over a little bit. Like,
Rasha, deal with this. Rasha like puts his hand out to stop you moving towards.
How would
Kung Fu.
I mean, I guess as Zug keeps trying to move forwards, he doesn't even notice that Rasha is attempting to stop him.
Rasha's hand will hit yours.
Will hit my
hit your chest.
Okay, would that be if I was?
I mean, if you're gonna try to walk through him,
but like in a non-violent way, would it be like a
we can just make a contested,
check or like
a contested strength roll. So Rasha will just try to stop you.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
I'm
like, Rasha, stop it! And then he just carries on. So yeah, so just a straight strength roll, like.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
I got 19, 5, 24.
Okay. You just like brush Rasha's hand aside.
Yeah, he just keeps walking up. See, I mean, like, and he walks until a point where he's about probably like, I don't know, 6 feet away. And he stands up and he goes, you know, I'm gonna have to bring you in, you know. I can't let you just stay here.
Oh no, how awful.
Zug steps forward to attempt to arrest Ghost. Like, you know, just like actually just like grab him and like kind of lightly restrain, but not in
Read him his rights. Read him his rights.
Yeah. Absolutely. As you like go to touch him, you fall through him. and like the Loki thing, you just fall straight through him and like
It's just
land
so
on the
good.
floor in front of him. And, like you land on the chain, and you see it. The chain is warm as Ghost's hands are on it and like vibrating purple. You can see from this angle.
He kind of turns around and like waves his hands like this, like through his. Like what happens is just go through him like he's just a pure image. He's not actually there.
Yeah, you see it kind of move, and like you can't. If you put your hand inside him, you can't see him. But he doesn't quite seem there.
When you say he doesn't quite seem that, like.
As in, like you can put your hand through him, and there's like you know like melding
So
sort of thing.
Yeah, so he's like an image or something, like
Yeah.
a clone. Okay. Bastard!
For the rest of you, at this point,
Tricks.
get to the base of the obelisk.
How high up are they again?
80 feet.
Bastard.
Well, how do we know that's Ghost? I can't even see him from here.
Look. Okay, what are you doing with that chain? Stop it! He just keeps kind of like trying to bat his hands away.
Yeah, it's hot where you touch the chain.
You're up to something. I can tell you're up to something. Stop it.
Oh no.
Now.
You know, I always liked how insightful you were, Zug.
Stop! And he just keeps he's like on his knees, like Exandria's just like trying to slap his image away from the chain. Like completely futile.
Why don't you go
He's
tell
got
the
it right in
others?
middle. I already have told the others. They're on their way. They'll just have some magic stuff or something. You're lucky you're not real.
Roman turns to Aku and he says, "Can you climb?"
Roman says that Aku has already just started climbing up, like, looking like he is trying to will away the embarrassment that he's witnessing as Zug tries to arrest Ghost.
No, he's not trying to arrest him anymore. He's next to Ghost. Like,
Ghost reaches out, touches Rasha, and Rasha vanishes.
What?
into thin air.
As that happens, can I summon my echo, send it up, and then switch places with it dropping down on the top of the thing?
Yep. As that kind of reaches out, goes to touch you, your echo appears, almost feels like the space, and you see Zug kind of trying to touch Ghost.
And he's not like corporeal.
No.
Yeah, you see it like go through it.
Like, can
Mother's
I see?
favourite
I assume
child.
with 20, I see him as well, right? Like,
Yeah, you
Roman,
see Roman
Roman,
appears next to
do
you. Aku is
something.
climbing.
He's up to no good. I can tell it. He's doing something with the chain. It's hot.
The chain, like at this point, you see like a crackle of purple electricity shoots through it. Just seems to go a long way. You can't. It goes into the ground. Just seems to bury across, and like this Ghost is still like on the chain.
Can I cast Dispel Magic on it?
On the chain? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, do I need to roll?
Yes, you do need to roll.
$22.
The chain, the runes on it, fade. And it just goes limp as if it's just a metal chain. And Ghost smiles at you. You always were so useful. There is the chain rips and pulls out, and the obelisk just begins to fall as whatever was attached on the other side rips out the chain as the 9th level spell is dispelled on the chain.
Oh no! What have we
Shit,
done?
boy.
Those of you on the obelisk. Those of you underneath the obelisk, which is Askor and Hayden, could you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
I'm gonna make a double dash is what I'm gonna do.
Make a dex saving throw.
Jamie,
Yes.
do I still have exhaustion level 1 since I haven't completed a long rest?
Yeah, but that won't affect a saving throw, but yes.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
god, this is a disaster.
Okay, dex saving throw.
I got
so
Aku
sorry.
with me, so I'm taking that +4, so it's 21 from me.
15?
21.
What have
15.
you unleashed?
I'm so sorry that my IRL int is like 4.
I thought Rowan was meant to be the smart one.
15. Okay,
Hang
you
on,
both
be right
managed.
back.
Oh wait, is that 4 for you, Askor?
No, I got 21.
21. Okay, cool. Yeah, you both managed to avoid as the obelisk comes slamming down. Aku and Zug and Roman, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm on top of the obelisk, am I not?
Yeah. So it's coming down. Like you're falling. How do you react? Are you just going to take the damage when you hit the floor, or is
I
there
mean,
anything you can do?
I haven't got wings anymore, so I guess.
Rasha's gone.
Rasha's just gone.
Does it seem like Zug is just gonna fall? Like, is Zug doing
Yeah.
anything? Okay.
like a rock.
Yeah.
Fuck. Roman. Oh, fuck. Roman will grab. Oh, fuck. He's gonna grab Zug and he's gonna thunder step down to the ground.
Okay. As you grab Zug, appears out of nowhere, like cracking down, right underneath where Hayden and Askor have kind of escaped from. Aku, how are you reacting?
I guess Aku is just gonna do his best attempt to jump off.
Okay, dex saving throw. As you
Can it be
attempt to-
athletics?
No.
Why? Like,
You know what? I
somebody-
always want things to be athletics. It never is athletics.
But like,
Athletics is like specifically for like grapple checks, I swear, or like jumping, but you guys can just jump really
No.
far.
how could that not be an athletics check? Like, I did
Okay,
jumping.
you can roll an
Maybe
athletics check,
acrobatics.
and your DC will be higher.
Wait, what? I missed that.
If you want to roll athletics, go for it. Your DC will be higher.
Yeah, I want to roll athletics.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Oh, please. Yeah,
23.
23.
Okay. Even though you're climbing on it, it's falling at a slightly different angle, and you kind of scooch around to the other side and like flinging yourself backwards. And you're not that high up that you kind of land a little bit on the ground. Sand cushions it, kind of as a shock mattress a little bit. And as the tower kind of pulls over, it begins to get dragged through the ground as whatever has been unleashed is dragging this 80-foot tall stone pillar through the chain, like far off into the distance. You're all kind of sprawled about on the floor on this map, and Ghost's just like, you see him kind of like almost phase through the ground, phase back up through where you're standing, and just be standing amongst you. As you're all kind of panting and looking around with like the obelisk having collapsed and been shutted away, and Ghost is just standing there with his arms folded. Hello? Did you miss me?
You know what? After all that, I didn't. It
Oh,
wasn't surprising.
go on, try to arrest me again. That was really funny. One more, go.
Well, if you were actually here, maybe I could. But instead, you're hiding like a coward.
Part of me's here.
Yeah, the annoying part.
What have you done with him? Where is he?
I told you. You will give me your people willingly. I need them. I want them. But anyway, family. Roman, how's Mum? She happy you're home?
Roman is probably like kneeling on the floor with one knee down, one knee up, like with his hand on Zug, where they've, and there's probably like, I guess, like scorches or whatever, where they've just like thunder stepped down, and he hasn't looked up. He's like facing the ground, and like you could just hear like breathing through like.
You enjoy your party? They said they were going to throw you one.
He's not looking up. He's just like
Oh, little Remy.
having trouble.
And then. Best shot, any of you?
Hmm?
Rogue. Get the sneak in.
I'm not gonna freaking aggravate him any further.
I mean, but we witnessed Zug trying to like touch Ghost and it didn't work.
Roman did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Roman.
And also, yeah, like, you heard me probably multiple times talk about how he's not actually here.
Yeah.
Those of you with incredibly high perception, I don't actually. No, not. I think Rasha's not there.
Yeah, where is
what's
my
the DC
character?
on the perception?
Just make a perception check as you're looking at him.
Okay. Perception. I rolled 25.
25. There is an incredibly tiny. You need over 20 to see this incredibly tiny silver thread that seems to tie from like the back of Ghost's head far off into the distance, like just flying through the air.
Wait, would I have seen that with my 20 perception check?
I kind of had those as separate, but yeah,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
say
No,
as
it's
you
fine.
land, if you want to roll it over, you would have seen that.
I would like to. Oh god, this is such a bad idea. Oh, but I want to do it because it's cool. Would I hit and actually do it though? I don't know. Fuck it. I'm going to stealthily remove the dagger that sits at the small of my back from its holster and just quietly slide it out. And then as it kind of comes out from behind me, I'll flick my wrist and loose the dagger in the direction of the silver thread to see if it's possible to sever it.
You're gonna throw it that way.
Yeah, so I'm not throwing it.
Make an attack roll.
Yeah, so I'm not throwing it at Ghost. I'm throwing it behind Ghost at the thread. So I have a disadvantage on ability checks, but not on attack rolls, I don't believe. So I'm good. Oh wait, hold on a second. Just realized my perception check should have been at disadvantage. Okay, sorry, I didn't see anything. My perception check was actually 16. None of that happened.
Going back. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second, Roman. Things, but yeah, Zog, I'll say you now notice the silver thread. It wasn't so obvious at the top, but it is now.
Kind of like looking at it. Like, how far away from us am I at this point?
I'd say you're all pretty representative of where you are. So like you're only 15 feet. Ascor's probably 10.
It's like massive. Zoom in. Kind of like, because right now, in Zug's head, he notices that obviously, Ghost is not real, which in Zug's mind means he's completely harmless. So he just strolls up to him and goes to try and grab the thread. Like with a kind of look on his face, like.
Okay. As you do that, Ghost turns, almost with a confused, quizzical look on your face, and as you go to grab it, it's like, I would have lost money on that. As you grab it, and it just immediately snaps, and he kind of phases out of existence backwards. As from that string, it kind of roots back in, and his head just goes down. And just as the last remnants of his shoes and boots kind of get swept away, there's just standing in the desert, and all of you, the only thing you hear is a rumbling as something far, far to the east shift with and you see kind of ruins and mountains kind of shift sideways, as large parts of buildings just kind of move as something what was pulling this, or it seems to be standing up. And that is where we shall leave it for a break. Slightly later.
Oh my god. Okay.
We'll find out where Rasha is.
I say we run.
I will show you. I will see where
I say
Rasha
we
is.
hide.
We will see what is up, and what is going on.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Hello. We're back. Ascot.
Yeah. Yeah,
Luke, we're
I
live.
feel like I've subscribed to somebody's OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think this might be breaking Twitch TOS. I'm not sure.
Is this your new thing? Holes?
Yeah, this is me, man.
What
This is
the
what I'm
My new
doing.
character, Rapid.
Are you okay?
disgusting.
Hello.
Disgusting.
Everybody, welcome back.
Absolutely
The party has been through some calamity, as it were. The party have had some experiences of their poor Morbounder Thaddeus being killed by Rasha, quote, being possessed by Ghost, and during the night, Ghost has snuck into camp. With a 28, you would have worked out, Roman, that this is the astral projection spell, has seemingly retaken control of Rasha, has climbed to the top of the obelisk, has done something with Rasha, and in your attempts to perhaps stop what he was doing, have caused it to happen. With a 28, similarly, Roman, to jump back into it, reading the scribes, you see... sorry, let me just get up my notes. Off in the distance, as you're all kind of looking panically around, could you all make perception checks, gazing out over what's happening? Roman, I'm just getting you the notes.
Do I need to make one, dear?
You do not need to make one.
Perception.
Okay.
Perception, yeah.
Just thought I'd ask, you know?
Thought you ought to know.
What do you want to know?
I'm quite nice, really.
Did mine come through?
Yeah, you're at disadvantage, it says.
Yeah.
You rolled a
Wait, what
three.
check?
Rolled a three.
What check are we supposed to be taking? Making?
Or perception.
What was ours? Perception.
Because it's nighttime, yeah, DM?
Yep, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a 3 from me.
I rolled the
Oh,
same as
baby,
last
it's a
time at
It's a
16 and a
4.
25, so it's a
I
16.
don't think I was.
Okay, 16, 24. Okay, 16, and 19. So those of you over 10, you see a huge form off in the distance, kind of writhing and moving. Those of you who get over 15, you see that like something vast begins to shift, and like a lot of the things you're seeing aren't actually it's things falling off as like this creature stands. Anyone get over 20? No, I don't think so. Cool. With a 28, reading this, you see it now kind of described. Do you speak Draconic, Roman?
No, I
used
do
to.
not.
Fine. They are protection and bound rooms. Does anyone speak Draconic? Nobody speaks Draconic? Cool.
I used to, but I don't anymore.
So there's a name you don't recognize, Roman. However, written there is the name you don't recognize, but bound beneath the sands, something in a language you do not recognize. Servant of the Everlight.
And do I know what the Everlight is?
Absolutely. The Everlight is one of the not one of the betrayer gods, one of the progenitor gods. Generally it's as called Serenray. Domains are life and light.
Oh, let's go and find them. This is all right.
You're also looking around, you see various other things. They're like marked outside, and inside you see you actually kind of stop yourself for a second and you're like, wait, what is going on? The 4 pillars around each of you, sort of surrounding this, you see them marked with various things, and they all seem to say danger. And next to one of them, you kind of see prescribed the last wrath of Archmage Vespin Chloras. And as you read that,
Oh, awesome.
a hand reaches up and grabs your foot.
From the ground?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Belonging to whom?
How big?
It's a human hand and you see kind of like something, another hand kind of like digs its way up, and like a figure like pulls themselves up from beneath it. And Clue, could you describe yourself, please?
What?
So,
I knew
This-
we were getting cooked.
dirt-caked hand bursts forth from the ground, and its fingernails are thick with dirt. And following the hand is an arm, which, as it claws its way upwards, gives rise to this figure. He is covered in dirt, and it sits pretty heavy on what is quite a deep maroon wool mantle, which is sort of ringed in pretty patterns, geometry, animals which you don't quite recognize in heavy embroidery. You see a messy mop of kind of tousled hazel hair framing a human-looking face, were it not quite so confused-looking. He's wearing what you might consider fairly majestic-looking, bright-coloured, lots of texture, wools and all that, were it not quite battle-frayed, very, very covered in stuff from the ground. He's got hanging in his belt a whole load of knickknacks, sort of cascading off a belt, which hang in strange sort of geometry. Large case on his back. And as he climbs to his feet, he doesn't really seem to take you in, but he does yell out, "Vespin Chloras, you fucking bastard!" And then he pauses, looks around and frowns, straightens as he sees the rest of you and says, "Oh. You're not Vespin?"
He says it's in common.
He says this in common.
My name is Roman, not Vespin.
Well, it's a real pleasure to meet you, Roman. I'm sorry for having grabbed your foot. This is a little odd. Did y'all resurrect me by any chance? May I ask why, exactly?
I'm really confused as to what's happening right now.
Have you got any artwork? But
So, if you guys turn
Or
your
is it token?
eyes to the stream right now, you will see what this new character looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Ta-da! He's beautiful.
Waits for the stream to catch up. Oh,
Is it?
He's got quite large, kind eyes, kind of bright hazel, and this is a much cleaner version of presented to you. But he's maybe kind of 6'1", 6'2". He's quite broad, maybe, fairly well dressed, although you can't quite place the clothing style. It seems a little maybe. You wouldn't really prescribe it to any fashion here. Certainly not.
certainly not drow fashion.
Not very drow, no.
You are a lich?
A lich? Oh gosh, I could only hope that I were a lich. No, I'm not a lich at all. Are you a lich? I suppose the question begs to be asked, since we're asking. But what about the rest of you? Who are you? What exactly is going on? I've got to say. He bends, looks around. This all looks a little unfamiliar.
I mean, you were the one who was buried here, so,
Right, so... I was definitely dead. I know that much. Or I guess that much.
How'd you know you were dead?
Well, he looks down at himself, straightens some of the walls, and kind of runs his hand over a bit, and some braids seem start to pull back together, and some of the dirt starts disappearing. Well, I'm not exactly in good nick. I don't feel too bad, though, I've got to say. Can't have been too long, I suppose. It's kind of checking out his, making peace and...
What year do you think it is?
What year do I think it is? DM, what year do I think it is?
You think it is 10,000 AR?
Pre-divergence.
10,000 AR, something like that, isn't it? Although, is it? What day of the week is it? I'm not sure.
You
I don't know
were...
either.
He looks up to the sky and tries to look at the stars, pauses, and just... Huh.
You are a few centuries off, I'm afraid to tell you.
Centuries? What?
How many years would Roman know that was? Because it's like 800 and something now, right?
You would know that to be approximately... It's actually about... Sorry, this is... Sorry, let me just check. It's like 623 PD, isn't it? Let me...
No, we're
Alright,
like
so-
only 800 and something.
Oh,
now.
800.
825, I think you said.
Yeah, so it's 825 PD. You know that like that date is about a year before the divergence. So you're like 826 years.
As someone who has recently lost 10 years of their life, I can only imagine how it feels to be the bearer of this. Yeah, to receive this kind of news.
When you're saying a few centuries, are we talking what, like 3, 5, more?
Like 8.
Like 8? Okay, well that's below 10, I suppose. That's not outrageous. Really?
A lot has happened since then.
Well, what's going on in Gordranas then? How's it all over there? Who's in charge?
Gordranus isn't really a thing anymore.
Gordranas
Can't
not
wait
a
to see
thing.
my favorite Gordranas.
It's called Roshana now. Rosona.
Rebirth. What?
Yeah.
What a name. Oh, what was it birthed from?
Hold on.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on. This is all. What? He kind of looks at the. Is it collapsed obelisk or has it been fully dragged off?
Fully dragged off, and you just see like undulating sands off in the distance as a gigantic creature is moving below the sands.
Right, what's going on over there? Is that normal? Is that a feature of these
you would
parts now? No, I don't know what that is, I'm afraid.
Oh, it sort of came
Do
with
I?
you.
Do I know what that is, DM?
No.
No, I have absolutely no idea what that is.
It's at this point 8 small, leathery, like long snooted creatures burst out from the sand, and all of them just like lay flat down in front of you, like small little eyes gazing up, like entire like bow positions. Immediately you will recognize them as kobolds, just like laying and speaking in like speaking draconic at you, just like all of them bowing before you. Like all of them spread out on the ground, like not specifically Clue's character, but just all of you, the group, just like each of them, like actually they begin just repeatedly bowing before you, speaking.
Are they
this language.
undead as well, or are they?
No, they do not look undead. They just look like normal kobolds, like high whiny voices.
I got excited thinking Clute's character was like a kobold whisperer.
Your friends?
I know I don't really make friends with kobolds. What? Is this a you thing?
Mm-mm.
Alright, so we have undulating sands, we have little kobolds. I'm back from the dead, although I don't really remember I died exactly. Anything else I should be aware of?
Yeah, we're leaving. Let's get out of here. This is too weird. I don't even know who this guy is.
Wait, but you said when you came out the ground you shouted Vespin Chloras.
Vespin fucking Chloras. That's right. He's a bastard, I think.
I think that's a gentle way to put it.
I
Did
don't
you
remember.
know him?
I just get really angry when you just said his name, but I don't exactly remember why. I hate the guy quite so much, but he's an asshole anyway.
Was an asshole.
Oh, right, was. So he's dead then.
Well,
Extremely.
Thank God for that.
kinda.
Oh, best
dead.
news I've had all day, all century, millennia maybe.
We're actually looking for
Do you-
his grave.
Yes, Asgore.
Why?
I was going to ask if that giant sort of commotion in the distance is coming any closer, or it's moving location much.
It doesn't
or-
seem to be coming closer. But actually, if you all wanted to re-roll perception checks.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to.
Oh wait, I haven't opened my new character sheet.
Perception checks.
10.
That's me rolled a 16 on my perception check 3 times in a row now.
21.
13. Delightfully average.
3.
A 1.
That's not that score.
Okay, who rolled the highest? 16.
21.
21. Roman?
10.
And Zug. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Zug.
I said, sorry, I was 13.
No, my bad. 13. Okay. Those of you under 10, just a massive sand. Those of you over 10, less than 20, sorry, over 10 to 15, you see as like a large creature emerges from the sand now. Like it seems to be standing above it, a little, like moving above it a little bit. You can't quite make it out, but like a shape has now emerged with like a rounded top, kind of eaching out. It's huge. You can see a side of this thing, and like it is circling. Like it kind of goes beyond a little bit your vision, and you lose sight of it as it goes round. with over 15, which I think is Hayden and new character 1. You see like a large head kind of emerge from underneath it. What you originally thought was like a mountain range, and it's far off in the distance. Like it might as well be a day's travel. Like it is on the horizon, but you see a large head kind of emerge outwards, as if emerging from a shell, reminiscent of a turtle. With a 21, you see like a large foot kind of appear relatively close to you, only a couple of 100 feet away, like emerges out from the shell as well as this head. The kobolds will turn around and just begin to like bowing to this creature as well. Yeah. Sorry, with 15 and 21 as well, you see that like a lot of the ridges you previously thought were like mountains or like part of this are part of like a jagged shell across this creature's back.
So did you do that then? Is that you?
It's the world turtle! My mother told me stories of this thing. He carries the whole world on his back.
What
Did
if
she say anything else? Does it eat people by any chance?
I think it eats anything. I don't really know. I mean, I don't know how much it cares about people. It's the
should-
size of the world.
should we be worried about us becoming its next snack? Perhaps.
I never thought about that.
Quite a small world, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than I pictured it.
Yes, and we're not on it.
Does that mean we've fallen off the world?
No. So it would seem.
All I want to know if it's our problem and if we have to deal with it. God, I hope not.
Well, I would suggest just walking away, to be perfectly honest.
That's what I was going to suggest.
It's a
I
lot
agree
of
with this
ground
choice,
between
thank
here
you.
and there.
Jamie, is this turtle in the same direction that we have to go for the Arbor Exemplar?
So the turtle is a little bit in all directions to the southeast and north. You need to go north, but it's northeast. Like it's basically this entire side here is taken up.
Oh, so it's like a crescent
The
moon
turtle-
around us.
Yeah, it's like a crescent moon around you. You'd need to go you could go like north and round. But right now it doesn't seem to have noticed you. Its head is significantly far away, but it's like releasing from its shackles essentially, or like seemingly part of it. Those of you actually with the 21, you will see that there are other chains, kind of at least 2 others that you can see kind of binding it. And actually all of you will hear like the shackle of metal as seemingly it goes, because seemingly this creature is not wholly released. It has just been alerted to the fact that one of its ancient bindings are gone and is reacting to that.
And he says to Roman, is that something that you and your brother have studied? Why was he trying to release that?
Roman's still on the ground, and he will look up towards Hayden, and this is not something he's studied, as you can tell by the horrified look on his face. I could only assume this is just a prank of his.
There is a booming as this creature's mouth's opened, and this is like the same language the kobolds are speaking, but like magnified. It is the sound of like tectonic plates grating across each other, grating across all of your ears as this low rumble rolls out through the thing. None of you speak Draconic. None of you understand what this creature is saying, as it is clearly roused from a incredibly long slumber.
Well,
Well,
doesn't seem to be in a good mood, does it?
I don't really want to dance with that, so maybe we leave? What do you guys think? That's not our responsibility, right? Not our problem? Yes? Thumbs up?
Actually, not mine.
See, okay, he agrees with me at least. What's your name, by the way?
Ah, Barnes Costello, at your service. And he gives a little flourishing bow. And he slowly, as you've been talking, the dust and fixing up his clothes.
Barnes, I'm Hayden.
Pleasure.
Guys, we're gonna leave, right?
Roman, what is this thing? Surely you've got to know.
Roman's just staring at the ground. He's not responding to you.
Roman? He's got the disease. Roman. And Ascor approaches and, unsheaths his saber and just gives him a sort of tap with the side of it just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie, go ahead.
No. I was going for it. Roll your saving throw.
11. He doesn't really respond. I guess.
Roman. Not you. And then gives him a good whack with the side of the saber, just like a tap on the knee. Anything?
Oh, hold on a second.
What was your wisdom saving throw?
11.
Pretty frozen.
So Roman's frozen.
He's
As
just
in, like-
staring at the ground, just like probably muttering slightly under his breath, just in undercommon.
And then Nask will sort of turn around and be like, Rasha, and turn around and realize Rasha's not there and just be like, oh God. Aku, you've got to be able to do something. He's broken.
Aku is just like staring at this newcomer, like you can see his hand like going towards a spear. He's like pretty upset that Rasha is not here and there's this guy that has just climbed out of the ground. Aku is just ignoring Askor on purpose.
Barnes kind of smiles at you fairly pleasantly and gives a little wave and clasps his hands in front and just looks fairly calm and at ease with everything.
It's at this point the kobolds, each of them kind of runs up to one of each of you and kind of starts tugging on your wrist, muttering like something. It's the same like sounds, you recognize the same like syllables and verbs, but so much like higher and less booming than from this creature.
I
Hello
feel
there.
like if one of these little things runs at Ascor, he's probably going to zap it with a shocking grasp.
Hayden's
Okay.
gonna go up to Roman and grab him by the shoulders and give him a shake and be like, Roman, snap out of it. We need to get up and move. I don't like being in the desert with a giant desert turtle.
Okay, make a shocking grasp is a attack or is it a saving throw for these
I
guys?
think it's a spell attack, so... Let's have a look. Yeah, +9.
Are you killing kobolds? They're
So
so
it's an
cute, though.
18 to hit one of these little dudes.
18 hits, roll damage.
Alright, what's damage these little guys, huh? 3d8 electricity. Clear all. And that's 16 electric damage.
Electric damage. Okay, as it moves towards you, you like throw your hand back, you just like slap it away, and it like electric cloud courses through its body, gets thrown backwards, and lies completely still. And all the others that were kind of like look around, and then look at you, and they all start like chattering, and like the sound like just like flows through. They all just like run away from all of you, back towards the turtle.
Askor, what are you doing? You've just...
They attacked me.
No, they didn't! And now they're gonna go tell the desert turtle that's gonna come and eat us all. We have to move.
This is gonna eat them, surely. I don't care what. Let's just get out of here.
Oh my god! This is not how I want to die. Come on, Roman! And he gives him another shake.
From personal experience, dying's actually not that bad. It'll all end fairly soon.
But I
always
d-
wondered.
don't want to! And shakes Roman some more. Is Roman responding at all?
Bucky.
Roman starts barking.
Barking at Undercom.
But like
Roman
Bucky
confirms
probably
with
does
dog boy.
a good line in Draconic, frankly.
Is
I think with all the shaking, you can remake your wisdom saving throw.
okay. So that was a 7. So I imagine all of the Hayden's probably shaking Roman pretty hard.
Yeah.
Roman just instantly, his eyes just like go straight to Hayden's, and he just puts his hand around his neck and starts squeezing, and he says, "Keep hands fucking off me, don't fucking touch me," and he pushes him away and puts him to the ground and starts pacing around, just sort of like breathing heavily, clenching and unclenching his hands, and sort of like in them, like it's sort of like almost like there's a spell like at the tips of his fingers and like on his tongue, but it's not quite coming, and he's just sort of like pacing
Roman,
around.
calm. It's okay. You're here with us, right? Roman, look at me. Roman, look here. It's Hayden. We're friends.
He's just pacing around, he's not listening to you.
Oh,
There is a
God.
mournful chorus of kobold voices that are like gathering in like intensity, pitch, and numbers, as there like seem to be little like cobalt things seem to go on. It seems to be like rippling outwards as various others are picking up the call across the barb fields, circling away, and you can see them getting further and further into the distance.
Those dogs. Those were dogs, weren't they?
We know that they're kobolds, right?
Yeah,
We all know what
absolutely.
kobolds
Have we seen the kobold before?
Yeah,
as a group?
If you haven't seen one in a book, you haven't seen one in a big. They're fairly common creatures.
But we
We
met
called them
them.
leather
Yeah.
babies before. I think they were
Yeah.
called leather babies.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
sorry, you have seen
Ah.
one before in
about
this
10
campaign,
sessions
yeah.
ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, damn, shit.
This was
All
what
right, well,
didn't encounter
that one got
time.
zapped. Probably should've
Yes,
just
the
kicked
chorus gets let out. That's fine. The chorus like gets let out further and further and further away.
Where exactly are we fleeing to then? Not that I'm particularly eager to flee, just question.
Don't know.
Well, we're going to the Arbor Exemplar.
You have absolutely no idea what that is.
The what?
It's a big tree.
All right, you're going to a big tree.
It's roughly that way.
Noted.
But the dragon's tail, or is it a dragon turtle thing? But this thing's is in the way now, so, and we're on a tight schedule, so we need this guy, and he points to Roman, to snap the fuck out of it so we can get up and go and not get eaten by whatever this thing is that Ghost is fucking activated. Does
Ghost
anybody have a sense of...
activated a turtle, and you're going to a tree, and you need this guy to go to the tree. Understood. All right.
It's pretty
come
simple,
on the same
actually.
page.
I
Fantastic.
could
Well,
just, I don't know, slap him or something.
Wait, slap who?
Roman.
Roman, who's just kind of like, alright.
haven't you, but he's just had a talking to by Hayden, no?
Yeah, and he's still ignoring him. He just like tried to strangle Hayden and then just like started storming off. He's pacing.
Wait, so he tried to strangle you and then just sort of walked away?
Did none of you
I mean,
guys?
how did I miss that?
Happened 5 minutes
How
ago.
did you guys miss that?
Y'all
Yeah.
stop
Did you
scrolling
miss
Twitter
that?
and pay attention to D&D.
Yeah. Stop spamming emotes.
All of you close your second tabs. Focus on Discord. Come on, man. Okay, for a recap, Hayden has been shaking Roman to try to wake him up because he is like zonked out, and then Roman like snapped, strangled Hayden with like one hand and was like, "Don't touch me," and then let go of him, and now he's like angrily pacing back and forth, but is still like spaced out. He's pure cadet land, and we are surrounded by a giant desert turtle thing that has been woken up / activated by Ghost breaking one of the chains.
would you say it's quite urgent that we go? I'd say it's quite urgent. He
I
won't
would-
mind if I use a little.
Yeah, I would say it's quite urgent. What? Wait, magic? What?
All right, fantastic.
Wait.
He's gonna clap his hands, and he's gonna cast Calm Person on Roman.
Oh god!
You cast it, and it has no effect.
Oh really? You can't be charmed?
I'm a freaking elf, my dude.
I mean, you have advantage.
Oh, does it mean advantage?
Yeah,
I
advantage.
Can't be put to sleep, but embodied
can't be
in
put to
charms.
sleep.
Advantage on
Right.
charms, so roll it.
18 is the DC.
Saving.
Is that with the
Yeah,
plus
Wisdom.
one?
Okay.
Is that with the plus one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's not too bad, actually. Maybe
No,
I should
it's
have
not.
allowed the plus 2.
Can I have it?
Ooh,
have it,
so the
though?
first one was a 4, but the second
bad,
one was an
later.
18, which is just 3 wisdom saves fails in a row. But yeah, 18.
Okay, 18's the DC, so okay, you're right. He frowns this. Gosh, well, I guess death has rather taken its toll on me. Never mind.
Barnes. The place we
Yes.
are right now, if you cast magic, it has consequences. I don't know if it was like that back
Barnes,
when.
roll a D200, please.
What, really?
So I would advise against, and then he takes a couple steps back from doing that, and he takes another step back.
136.
36. You are bardically inspired with the D8.
I am bardically inspired.
Yep.
For fuck's sake.
Bardception.
Amazing.
His eyes sort of sparkle and he just goes, wow, that's incredible.
after almost a millennia of not using magic, the thrill of it kind of gets to you.
I've really missed that. But anyway, the problem still stands. Can't we just pick him up? He turns to Aku. You look quite large and strong. Do you want to just hoist him over your shoulders and we can make a run for... I could even help you out.
Is like as he's saying this, is Barnes like smiling at Aku still?
Yeah.
Alright. Aku's eyes are gonna narrow. He's gonna give like this very sarcastic sneer, like, and then turn around. The smile is gonna drop from his face, and he's gonna try and yoink Roman over his shoulder.
Oh my
Give it
God.
your all, and I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Is Roman gonna try to resist this?
I feel like given what just happened, then probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Add a D10 to it.
Contested athletics check.
Athletics.
Oh boy. Okay.
It was a dirty 20.
Plus bardic. Oh no, sorry, that's not you.
Not for me. Not for me.
That's not for you.
Natural 20.
Oh,
You don't even need the bardic inspiration.
the smile drops from Aku as muscles flex.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Glistening in the desert sun. Oh wait, it's nighttime. Glistening in the desert
Moonlight.
moon.
Ripping up Roman, carrying him over the shoulder.
God,
and
I wish
begins
that was
walking
me.
off. It's at that point that the kind of the chorus you hear rippling away from the kobolds is picked up by this huge turtle, and like the sound of mourning and loss reverberating from its throat mirrors those as it falls across the entire valley, and you can see its form begin to shift round towards you. It's seemingly moving incredibly slowly, like
creepy.
something is still binding it from various sides.
Is it moving towards us or like
Yeah,
away
its
from
head
us?
is moving very slowly on the horizon towards you.
I would say that we should probably move.
Yeah.
I mean, not particularly fast, but we should probably get a move.
I think we should move fast and get away from that because we don't know when it will decide to start moving fast. So we need to go. We need to go right now. Let's go.
I absolutely agree. Do you think it would be helpful if we looked like these little kobolds?
Is it gonna make us run faster?
Oh, it'd be more magic, but it was quite good fun.
No, don't. Just no. Stop. No magic. Okay. Just
You're so stressed.
Barnes. Whoever
It's
you are,
normal.
just you can come with us, but we gotta go.
Come on. Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
just
Great.
go. And
Fantastic.
what's the deal with our moorbounders right now? Are they both alive?
They're both alive. They're both pretty tired. You could go wake them up and drag them across. I'd say Thaddeus probably still has a point of
Oh
exhaustion.
no! Gebcat's owner isn't here.
Yeah.
Be kind to him.
At this point, Aaron Kurtz. What the fuck is going on?
Who are you?
You missed a lot, gentlemen.
We.
Stop at the giant dragon turtle.
That I do not know the answer to.
We seem to have lost one of our companions. We think we know where he's gone, but we have to leave here now, I think.
One of them kind of reaches, like, turns in front, like, reaches out a hand to Ascor. Get on.
Get on to what, sorry?
You got, like, they've both got more bounders. Get on.
What? I meant leaving Thaddeus behind.
Well, then go get him. You're the one paying us.
Oh,
Can I get on the Moorbounder with one of the,
Yeah.
Cool. I'll approach one of the assassins.
Okay.
Which one do I remember having the clasp tattoo?
They both did.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just go on whoever's closest.
What are you... So as you approach Thaddeus, he kind of, like, is, like, laying down with Gebcat, and Thaddeus kind of rouses and obviously still looks, like, quite thin. Kind of, like, groggily gets to his feet and, like, goes to, like, kneel his head down in front of you, Ascor. But Gebcat kind of stands there, like, looking around, looking unsure.
Aku, can you bring Thaddeus back to his former self?
Aku, like, rolls his eyes, sighs, and then casts Cure Wounds. I don't know if that's going to do anything though, because he's exhausted, right?
Yeah, it's... I mean, it will help the healing, certainly. He definitely looks better, but he's still fairly exhausted. Greater Restoration is the spell you're looking for.
Oh, it's greater, not lesser, doesn't do.
Yeah, greater.
I
doesn't-
don't think I have greater.
No. Don't have any diamonds, either.
Yeah.
I was going to say I have the spell, but maybe not the equipment for it.
And Rasha took
Sorry.
it all with him!
In the interest of vague, if you guys are fleeing, in the interest of expediency, a combination of grabbing hold of Thaddeus, healing him with Aku, Gebcat following along, although looking unsure, and nobody is like, if anyone goes to try to ride Gebcat, he kind of throws them off. The rest, and following both of them.
I'm actually just gonna summon my steed and try and make a very rushed leash using some rope, tying Gebcat to the steed. And if everyone is jumping onto their cats, then I guess Aku is gonna look over to Barnes.
Oh, is that an invitation? I'll gladly take it.
Aku, like, shunts forward on his steed.
He will gingerly climb on the back.
And as you all move away quickly from this head that's very slowly moving around, whatever this creature is, it is huge, it is still bound, and it's still making its way after centuries of not moving. Slowly turns. I will say that you guys get to what you presume is a safe distance until the form of this creature, however large, is on the horizon, moving an hour or two. And as you finally kind of rest, take some time to process, look back round the creature far off in the distance, you can still hear the mournful rumble of whatever they were all saying, repeated over and over again, echoing through the night. But however, you are far out of its reach for now. And as you kind of pause, take a breath, look around, surrounded by sand and dunes and ruins. Even just another part of the Barb Fields that looks indescribable from the other, and now all of you look down at your feet a little more unsure, because based on its proximity, you've spent a decent number of days traveling across that creature.
Look, I'm sure it has more important things to do than chase us.
I think it's been in the ground for hundreds, if not thousands of years. I feel like it's not got a lot on its plate right now.
To be fair, we're sort of bedfellows in that regard. I suppose we did indeed share the same bed, same soil, I guess. I've not got a lot on my plate either. I don't feel too inclined to chase anyone. Maybe it's the same for the giant monster.
You're taking this really well. I'm quite impressed.
Why would I take it badly?
I mean, you're irrelevant.
That doesn't really bother me. Why should it be a problem if I'm relevant or not? And if I'm not relevant right now, I probably won't struggle to become it again. Besides, it's an adventure waking up sometime later. I'm a little curious, though, to know what exactly is... Not that I can really recall how it was before, either. To be honest, it doesn't really feel like I've lost.
I lost you there, Ian.
Your microphone dipped
feel like
out.
you lost what?
Oh. Well, it's not really like I feel I've lost anything. I don't even remember. It's all just gone.
It cuts out at the exact
Well,
same
he
point.
doesn't... Basically, long story short, he doesn't remember shit. It's fine. Doesn't remember what he's meant to have lost. It's cool.
Yeah, like I said, that is soul-splittingly difficult to hear for most people. Like, you don't know who you are, or what you've lost, or what to do next.
I know what to do next. You said something about Vespin Chloras. His grave, you're going there. I'd quite like to spit on it if you don't...
But you can spit on his skull if you want to.
His skull. Right.
So,
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah.
You can spit on his cucumber if you want to.
What exactly is the connotation there?
I'm not too sure actually. I've never really understood.
Are you insinuating something?
Is cucumber?
It's a good question.
He kind of turns and he looks at the rest of the group. Yeah, the cucumber, right?
Let's not even bother, honestly. That's a whole different can of worms. Desert worms. What I mean to ask is... What do you... In fact, hold on one second. Is Roman with us?
Yeah. Roman probably
Okay,
has been, I would imagine, you can correct me, has been incredibly quiet and has probably just been staring back from where you guys came from, like dead-eyed, unblinking almost.
I don't know if you're a magical person or not. Can you do anything for him? He's not even... Roman?
Roman will turn his head and look to Asco.
What's wrong?
If it's despair, I'm afraid I can't do too much for that.
Is it despair?
Certainly looks like it.
Just head in his hands, just as terrible as he looked before.
You've got to say something, Roman. You know what's going on here, don't you?
I have no idea what's going on out here. I am so far out of my depth, I might as well be back in the Far Realms.
I was really hoping you know something about the giant turtle. What's the point of reading all those books if you don't know anything about the turtle?
You're right. What was the point? It was all fucking useless. Just a waste of fucking time.
Ian,
that's despair, all right.
Does Roman look like he's despaired of anything particular? Does he look like he's just kind of infected with despair and just some kind of all-consuming and irreplaceable way?
I think it's probably not like magical, but you could definitely with your passive insight be aware that there is deep stress and suffering, and you would have seen it maybe once or twice around Iman. As just like somebody who has come back from the war and is not quite right. Did you hear that? Sorry.
I did.
Yeah.
Roman, look, if there's anything we can do, just for now.
Well, that's it, isn't it? The crushing reality of existence. No matter what you do, it all ends up the same.
You know, there's a phrase that comes to mind. On a mountain of despair, there's still a stone of hope. Think of it that way.
Aku turns round at Barnes, looks vaguely disgusted, and then turns away.
Well, your little stone might be that that thing is still under the ground. Somewhat, it can't seem to move. Some sort of servant of the Everlight. I don't know what that means in terms of its destructive power, but yeah. He just sort of like moves off into a different conversation almost with himself, back into Undercommon probably, which
Well, you freed that thing? Or did something?
It wasn't us. It was...
Yeah, it wasn't actually.
I don't know how to describe him. He's not a person anymore. An entity.
The tree?
We did.
What?
That's where we're going. Is it the tree?
Yeah.
That was the plan, but now, I don't know, which way were we even going? Was it that direction? Or was it that direction?
Do I feel any connection to Ghost, DM?
Yeah. You haven't moved that far off, obviously, where you were camped. It's only like an hour or two, but yeah, Ghost, like, the minute that thread was snapped, he snapped back to being 3 days travel away.
Well,
But you know the direction, northeast.
Yeah. Everyone is gonna hear in their minds, well, we can't just stand here doing nothing and traveling in some random direction. We need to head towards Ghost. I mean, God knows what's happening to Rasha. This is a priority, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you're right, but which way is that? Can you tell us?
He just sort of points northeast, did you say?
Yeah, northeast.
And which direction
Which
is the mega turtle?
Kind of northeast. Sorry, kind of north round to south on the east side. You'd need to go like north up quite a bit and then around if you wanted to avoid
You're
it.
saying
It would
this mega
probably add.
turtle...
It would probably
You're
add.
saying this mega turtle covers the entire horizon in one direction?
Yeah, it's about the size of an island.
It's a large turtle.
It's an ancient dragon turtle, and you would need to probably add a day or two travel to go around it fully.
And we also don't have our easy teleportation back to Rasona now, guys.
You know,
Casual
just putting it out
reminder.
there, we could just kill the turtle.
The most
added
accurate
in.
comment made in the campaign. Yeah.
Well, why
Just
not?
Murder the turtle.
Just kill God and become him!
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Well, it's not like it's a
absolutely.
god. Why not just go kill it?
Oh, you've got some balls. I appreciate that.
You do have some balls. What was it you can
I
even
do.
do anyway?
What is it I can do? Well, I'm pretty good at the violin. That's a start. He pauses, thinks. I'm an orator.
No, hold on. These two guys here, and he points to Drow, These guys are assassins. They're not bad. Not amazing either. But what I'm trying to say is... Tell me you can fuck something up.
Oh, I can certainly fuck something up. And he reaches for something sheathed at his hip. And he pulls out a really thin-looking blade that looks as though it could be fully ruby, but it's been sort of artfully chipped into the shape of a quite jagged-looking rapier. And it's sort of spined at the hilt. And he gives it a little flourish and he says, I could probably stick it with this or two.
I think you might need a larger
set
blade.
it on fire, or...
Oh, that's a better idea.
He points his finger up in the air and I think it was something like this, and 3 beams shoot out from the top of his fingertip up into the air. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They are
Did you just
crackling
cast
red.
magic?
Crackling red energy.
Was that magic that you just cast?
It was a cantrip.
Do cantrips count, Jamie?
Cantrip are fine.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good.
3 beams. Blast detected. Beep beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, so you say that you can play violin? Do you wanna? Do you have a?
Hey,
do you have
shut up!
What?
The violin. What's the violin got to do with anything?
I'm just curious.
I'm actually better at. I'm better at the dulcimer. If you'd rather that one. Pretty good at the war drums too. I've got a good rhythm in me.
Listen, is there anything you can do, Hayden? You ask him, Hayden. Ask this gentleman here if there's anything he can do that's useful right now, other than shoot 3 beams into the air, whale around a blade, or play the goddamn violin.
Well, I'd say that playing the violin's pretty useful. You can make a lot of money doing that back in the city.
Hayden.
Is that what that is on your back?
Aku just like turns and looks at Hayden. We are trying to make a plan, and the plan to rescue Rasha does not involve this playing the violin.
Jeez, sorry. And you guys maybe get a sense that he's actually not been checked into a lot of this conversation.
I think Askell, at that fact, I like just sort of observes him for a couple of seconds and sees he's not really engaging. And he sort of storms over and goes, hey, puts like 2 fingers in like his shoulder, his chest, and goes, you need to get your fucking head in the game, all right? We're trying to survive out here.
I thought we were still in the Moorbounders. Are we not anymore?
No, you kind of got off them and...
Oh, darn.
Far enough away, you've got off them, but we'll deal with what you wanted to talk about.
Okay, cool, that's fine. Yeah, sorry, Oscar, you're right. Barnes, have you ever been in a fight before? Do you remember? Probably.
I would have thought I would have been in a fight. This feels pretty handy, and he swings his little rapier around. Pretty sure I can, yeah.
Do you... Ascor, you've got a rapier. You guys can spar or something. You can...
Askell's again just watching Hayden like slightly flounder. And DM, I'd like to make an insight check to see if Hayden is just like... If it seems like his... what's the word? Uncharacteristically unpresent.
Go for it.
As they're talking, Aku is just trying not to get jabbed in the face while Barnes is just swinging this rapier on the back of his steed or next to him.
He's twirling it. It's a little fancy flourish.
No, given everything that's happened, Hayden is a decent level of perturbed, worried. I can see you roll 11.
I was gonna re-roll that with. Yes, I'm gonna re-roll that little insight check there. That's a straight 11.
Yeah,
great,
Hayden
great.
is a decent amount of perturbed. An expected amount of perturbed, confused, worried, scared, stressed, tired, all of the above. You can't expect somebody to get woken up in the middle of the night, have ghosts appear, have an obelisk appear, have an ancient dragon turtle appear, and not be a little not present in the moment, maybe when everything kind of quietens down.
But
Well,
maybe
alright,
to
Hayden,
answer you more seriously, I suppose if I had to tell you my greatest strength, it's probably that I'm a really excellent motivator. He gives a sort of wry smile.
And then Ascor just kind of dumb everything, taking in that statement in the context of everything. Again, just stares at you and just goes, perfect. Just resignedly steps aside and points to Hayden, the disinterested Hayden. And he's just like, do your magic, work your magic.
Right. So,
Don't use magic.
I'm not going to use magic unless you'd consider my silver tongue, which it has been said in the past, I do believe that it...
Hayden's
Right.
face takes on a slightly red tinge.
He's gonna sling his arm over Hayden's shoulder and clap him on the chest and say, my friend, Hayden, it's a dangerous situation that we're in, and I'm not saying that to frighten you.
You've
Your
cut out.
microphone keeps cutting out.
Your microphones keep cutting out. I don't know
So
if that-
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might be doing the freezy thing again, huh?
with your headphones. if
Probably
you remember.
connection.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying this to frighten you.
No.
Saying it to light a fire under your eye. But ultimately, your friends seem to be a little more worried about this than you, and I am potentially. I'm not really sure what exactly they do with you, but it's a matter of focus I think they're asking for. Let's keep it together, let's put our best foot forward, and let's appease this guy. And he waves over at Ascor with a slightly quizzical, I'm not really sure what you want me to say, but...
And Ascor kind of looks to Hayden as if, like being pointed to and just goes like, yeah, sure, what he said.
Hayden kind of just gives a flat look to Ascor. He's very not impressed.
But remember, everyone, the night is darkest before the dawn, and we'll be leading our glorious morning. And I use my inspiring leader feat to give y'all some temporary HP. As he
Oh.
rounds it out with a good old motivational quote.
Nice. What's our temporary HP gonna be?
Yeah, let me just roll it. Let me just find it. Inspiring leader. 17 temporary HP.
Holy shit! That's massive.
Aenia and Kat's like, well, I certainly feel inspired, but what is the plan?
We haven't had a proper night's sleep since yesterday. Personally, no offense, Barnes, that was great, and finding Rasha is urgent, and getting to the tree is also urgent, and getting back to Rossona is also urgent, and Rasha was also our ticket back to Rossona, so,
Precisely why we should be finding Rasha first.
yeah.
Well, look, let me use the one brain cell that's left between us and suggest that we go around this goddamn thing. Aku, you said that way, right? Let's just try and go around it. Hopefully it doesn't know where we are by some innate magical means, and we go and we try and get Rasha back. How about we do that?
I agree.
Are we leaving now?
Any objections?
Several, but that's not my job to get paid for.
I'll take that as a no. All right, everybody. Whoever's mounting up, mount up. Let's move for a little bit longer, and the sun comes down, then we'll... The sun is down.
It is the middle of the night.
Yeah, okay, middle of the night. In that case, is there anywhere that looks like it might provide a little bit of cover? Anything like a hill range or any kind of ruins?
I make a survival check.
As he's looking
Yes.
around, Barnes will say, if it's cover you're looking for, I can make us a little hut.
Liam and tiny hut.
Yo, the hut's deep.
It'll only be quite a small one.
Ascot only rolls an 8.
Group cuddle.
You look around, you kind of like huff, you can't really see much in the dark, and as this newcomer suggests a hut, you turn around like, what?
Look, I think it's cute. I don't know where you're gonna find. We've got tents, and if you think you're gonna build something out here, look, there's no trees. There are 2 palm trees over there. They're about 10,000 feet away. You can't get enough wood out of those things to make a hut. We have tents.
You don't want a magical hut. All right.
Named after
What's
my friend
magic?
Liam.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually Leo's, before he left it to me. He didn't say it was magical.
So, rewinding ever so slightly, because the further we get along with it, it's different. On the Moorbounders, on the way over, while you guys are running, Hayden, you wanted to talk to Ayan here.
Yes. So, I'm assuming the Moorbounder setup was Asgore and Zug were on Thaddeus, Aku and Barnes were on Aku's steed, and then Hayden was probably with Aenir.
Aku with Roman, because he's carrying him on
Oh,
Thaddeus.
No, I'm pretty sure I would have just plonked him on a cat rather than. Yeah.
oh, okay. So Hayden is alone with Aenir. While everyone's kind of talking and excitedly asking Barnes a bunch of questions and chatting back and forth amongst themselves, Hayden kind of leans forward over Aenir's shoulder and drops his voice down so it can be heard but not overheard. And he says, sorry for taking all of your stuff the other day. But as they say, take what you can and give nothing back.
You know you're... So most of the time it's been Khan speaking. Ayan is the one you revived, and it's been fairly quiet. You know you're supposed to say the first half of that, and I say the second half back, right?
Oh, shut up. Okay, I'm new, right? Like,
that's... I just... Would you like to try again?
No. Look, I've got a question, and I need to know.
I
And
probably have answers.
was your only contract for Asgore?
Yes.
And before you
Is
came out,
yours the same? Are you failing miserably like we are?
yeah, failing miserably is definitely one way you could describe it.
So they have adopted you too?
No, not quite the same. When you were in Rasona,
Yes.
did you meet anyone else from, were there any others?
No, on the way out, do you know Kaz?
Yeah, I know Kaz.
I believe, wave across the street, but not much else.
Right. Because Cass told me that there were some of us asking about me. So you didn't see anyone else, did you?
When we arrived, your group, not exactly make it difficult to find. There wasn't much need to connect with any networks. I mean, honestly, I could have asked the guards on the way in where you were gone.
Okay. That's fine.
But are we about to be, interesting, assassins following assassins? Are we about
Yeah,
to...
that's what I was
Yes,
kind of concerned about.
I
thought
made sure we are not followed. We are not quite so easily found as the rest of you, although given... I suppose the further we are from the city, the harder it will be, although this one pointed Ascor not hard to scry on, really.
Yeah, we were kind of stopping that for a little while. But yeah, okay. So you don't know who is coming. I'm hoping it's not an assassination request for me. It's probably just they want to know.
Why would they want to kill one of their own? That's...
I don't know. Because I'm shit at
Have
everything?
you done something wrong?
No, I just haven't fucking finished any of my missions in months.
I suppose that, yes, failure is not unforgivable.
Yeah.
But have you abandoned them?
No, I still stay in touch. The last couple of messages, though, have been a bit... Just pretty impatient with me, I suppose. It's only so long.
You haven't succeeded in months. What do you expect?
Yeah. Well, usually they just dock my pay, or... But... Yeah, I guess I'm kind of fully in the negative, so...
I do not quite understand the situation. What is your mission?
Not the same as yours. So you don't have to worry about...
You're not here to kill him.
No, I'm not. It's actually quite the opposite. Yeah, you don't have to worry about me competing against you or anything. That's fine.
Yeah,
But-
we have a different mission now.
That's true.
Maybe
So,
we are more aligned.
I would say so, yeah. Survival is, the goal here. For me. And these guys kind of help with that, so...
Are they helping?
Well... Certainly in a lot deeper than I was before I met them. But also, I'd be dead 10 times over by now.
You know, I always... Franz, you know, he's a romantic, but I always examine it as transactional. Think about your time with whoever it is you spend it with. Have they improved it or not? Have they served you or not?
Yeah, of course. Like, they're my friends. They're my friends.
Who has need of friends?
Sorry, what'd you say, Jamie?
Who has need of friends?
Who has need of friends?
The weak.
Well, what about... And, he gestures to Kronst. What about him, then?
A wonderfully useful man.
Come on. He's not just useful.
Our affection is merely part of the deal.
The deal, right.
But if he were useless, I would not still be here.
Insight check.
For it.
Oh, man, I've got disadvantage on this.
And
6.
Inscrutable, difficult to read.
Hayden's just gonna choose to not believe him. You guys seem pretty close.
Time, Hayden. Yeah.
Wait, say that one more time, Jamie.
There will come a time, Hayden, if you're worried about somebody killing you. Why are you still listening to them? I thought that Constantine was going to try to kill me in my sleep. I'd be there first. Every damn time. If you can't rely on friends to not murder you, then what's the point? Better to see the world as I do.
Well, I don't think these guys are gonna murder me.
No, but your other ones.
Oh.
You're right, it's just an assassin. You sat on this moorbounder to ask me if your friends were going to murder you, and question why I don't need friends. Hate them. I should push you off and leave you to the turtle.
Oh no! He latches on harder.
Yo, I love this guy.
So is that why you're quitting? Is that why you're retiring?
I'm quitting because you're paying me enough to retire.
No, but you were gonna anyway.
Because they were paying me enough to retire.
But you want to, right? Because rich people.
I want to retire.
No, but also rich people keep working if they like money more than retirement. So you want to retire because you're tired of this, right?
Because I am old. I have been doing this for a long time. I would like the luxury of not seeing people as useful or not. And part of when I make that judgment of them will be whether or not they intend to kill me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. The others don't know, by the way, about me. So.
Are you sure you haven't said a whole place to them and they've just been confused?
Sorry, Jamie, say that again.
Are you sure you haven't said the whole phrase to them and just been confused? Maybe they all are. Maybe they're your assassins. You
I
just haven't figured it out, Hayden.
No, you're the first person I've said it to, because if I'd said it to someone else, someone would have pointed it out to me by now that it's the wrong phrase. And I was doing it wrong.
Yes. You know, I could have just pretended this whole time I had no idea what we're talking about. That would have been funny. But you've seen my dead body. There's not much left to hide.
God. Yeah, I saw your tattoo. I'd show you mine if we weren't in the middle of frickin'... Well, they could just turn around any minute, so...
Why would you do that? What would be the point?
That's how you check! That's how you check that it's...
No, that's what the phrase is for.
Oh.
Hayden.
Why didn't Kari teach me any of this?
She like shrugs at you.
How long have you been doing this for?
Various groups. I mean, I only got this because they pay well. I'm not exactly a part of it. Not constant. 50 years, maybe more.
50? Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. I'm gonna be lucky if I make it to next year. Or
Yes,
next week,
you will.
really.
Have you asked?
Asked what?
Are you trying to kill me?
Me trying to kill you?
No! Whoever, you stay in contact, you said. Have you asked?
Not in so many words.
You mean no? You mean you've sat there like a coward, reporting back like a good little boy, whilst you've been worried that they're trying to kill you?
What
Where is the rage?
if-
Where is the anger?
What if I was gonna message them and be like, "Hey, you trying to kill me?" And they're like, yeah." They're not gonna say that. They're gonna be like, "No, Hayden, we're not trying to kill you." So there's no point in asking because they're not gonna tell the truth.
You're smart. Work it out.
What?
Hayden, you have sat here and asked if I was trying to kill you. You have willingly separated yourself from your friends. My moorbounder could run back towards that turtle, and I could have you dead within the minute. Your naivety is worse than whatever these people want to do to you.
Well, you've made a very good point. Please don't kill me.
Well, like I said, I'm not being paid to. But rest assured, if you were worth more to me dead than alive, I would make different decisions. And that is easy to predict.
I will think
Always serve to be useful to me and those around you.
Yeah.
And those who are not useful to you, treat the same. For they deserve no more and no less.
Yeah.
And with it being about 10:30, I'm gonna say that's the end of that conversation as you guys are moving. You probably don't have a raid lined up, but thank you guys so much for playing. Oh, sorry, Clute.
What?
No, I thought you said something. And to everybody who subs, I know everybody's chunk was me and Lauren, but thank you Caddy in particular, as well as everybody else who's gifted and subs, so we get both Roman and Aku. It was super good, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. And we will pick this up next week, probably slightly more on time. But yeah, we will. I'm stalling a little bit. Let me know, Erin, if you're ready or not.
I've got a raid set up. So we are going to be raiding. Check these out, who are some friends of ours. We have raided them before, and they're very nice people. So please go give them some love. And also, welcome, Clued, and your new character, Barnes. He is so handsome. I love him so much. I'm very excited about him. I'm very sad about Rasha, but very excited about Barnes. So.
Maybe that's perhaps temporary character. We shall see.
What?
That is yet to be seen.
Yes.
What?
The Rasha rescue mission continues.
Too many secrets. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go raid. Everyone, pile into the raid.
Thanks for watching.
We will see you guys next week. Oh gosh. Wait. I gotta press the button. Oh no, it's not loading. Okay. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
What is this hole? Please stop.